Hello and welcome back to part 11 in my Fates Night Unlimited Bladeworks playthrough. In the last episode we had a date with Rin and Saber at the same time. Kind of. And when we got back home, Esther was waiting there with Tiger as a hostage. And she basically took Saber into her control as her master. She broke the contract with Shirou and, well, now they ran away, with Shirou being gravely injured. But I think it was taken care of by Ren. Continuing from Rin's house, we start apparently in her bedroom. Room, I don't know. I look up at the ceiling with a boiling head. That's all I can do. It seems like I'm lying on a bed.
私じゃ治せない。この傷じゃこれ以上は戦えないでしょうけど。もうマスターじゃないんだから戦う理由もないか。
I can't heal this wound. You probably can't fight any longer with this wound. But you're not a master anymore. I guess there's no reason to fight either. A voice that has regained its calm unlike earlier. Oh yeah. So also that I've watched the Fate route. That's pretty inconvenient. That he has Saber is no longer by his side. For healing, and well, the condition is not fulfilled anymore, I guess. The voice that has regained its calm unlike earlier. The person who brought me here and treated my wound.
ここまでね。シローはもう戦わなくていいわ。
This is it. You don't have to fight anymore, Shirou. Said those words. I try to say something and my vision turns black. My eyelids fall. Anesthesia puts my body to sleep. I feel someone leaving and hear the sound of a door closing. My consciousness cut out there. Ooh, an interlude. Right off a bed. Is it from Rin's perspective? I guess. The sun sets. The sun that wasn't even visible sets. And the sky was already gloomy. It gets even darker.
そうか。セイバーが奪われたか。
I see. So Saber got taken away. That was Archer's only response. His master, Rin Tosaka, stated the truth simply, but his brevity surpasses hers.
それだけ？これでキャスターの下にいるサーバントは2人よ。何か他に感想はないの？
That's it? There are 2 servants under Casa now. Do you have anything else to say? Don't you have anything else to say?
ああ。これといった打開策は思いつかないな。だが、奴の宝具が判明しただけでも良しとするべきだ。
Yeah, I cannot think of any way to get out of this. But we should consider it fortunate that we found out her noble phantasm.
サーバントとマスターの契約を断つか。事前にそれを知っておけば、うまくことを運べるだろう。
Break the contract between servant and master, huh? We should be able to do better if we know that ahead of time.
それはそうだけど。
That is true.
ずいぶん無関心なのね、ハーチャー。あなた、セイバーに肩入れしてたんじゃないの？
You sound rather uninterested, Archer. Weren't you supporting Saber?
そんな素振りを見せたつもりはないが、何をもってそう思う、リン。
I don't think I've ever displayed such behavior. What makes you think that, Rin?
そうね。女の勘で納得できる？
Let's see. Would be a woman's intuition be a good reason?
却下だ。女という年か君は。まず色気が足りない。
No. You are not of an age to be called a woman. First of all, you do not have enough charm.
優雅さも不足だ。
You also lack elegance.
おまけに、これが致命的なのだが、とにかく可愛さが分かりづらい。
Top of that, yeah, this is fate. But the cuteness is hard to understand.
なんだ、ようやく調子出てきたわね、あんた。
I see. You're finally back to par now. He smiles happily. It's not Archer if he's not like this. An unemotional Archer is not a partner in trust. An unemotional Archer. The partner always has to be composed and speak sarcastically to annoy anyone, regardless who it is. Rin realizes that this is a knight's kindness. Speaking sarcastically is like him indirectly telling others to fix parts of themselves.
そう。じゃあ、確証その1。
I see. Then here's the first item of proof.
あなた、初めてセイバーと会った時、手を抜いてたでしょ。
You went easy on Saber the first time you met her, didn't you?
いくらセイバーが強いって言っても、守り上手なあなたが一撃で倒されるとは思えないのよね。
Regardless how strong Saber is, I don't think you, a good defender, can be beaten with one blow.
あれは不意打ちだったからな。君と同じ予想外の展開には弱いんだ。
It wasn't a surprise attack. Like you, I'm weak against unexpected events.
余計なお世話よ。で、確証その2。
Shut up. So next item of proof.
ライダーの一件の後、セイバーを挑発してたでしょ。
You provoked Saber after the incident with Ryder, right?
あれってどう考えてもあんたらしくないのよね。
It wasn't like you at all.
それで少し見方を変えてみたら分かっちゃった。あなた、あの時セイバーを叱ってたんでしょ。
I realized once I looked at it from a different perspective. You were scolding Saber back then, right?
正解？やっぱりね、そうじゃないかと思ってたんだ。前世からの因縁にしろ何にせよ、あんたがあそこまで冷たい態度を取るなんて珍しいもの。
Oh, was I right? I knew it. I thought it was the case. Even if you knew her from your previous life, it's rare for you to act so coldly.
そうかな。私は誰に対してもああいった対応をしていると思うのだが。
Really? I think I act that way towards anyone.
そう思うは本人ばかりってね。思うんだけど、あなたって自分に関することだけは不器用なのよ。周りに対してはすごく器用だから、つい騙されちゃうんだけど。
You're the only one who thinks so. I think you're awkward whenever it comes to things that concern you. Everyone was fooled for, because you're usually tactful. Archer frowns, as if reflecting on himself. It seems like he's aware of it. The Red Knight goes silent, with a troubled expression, and his master looks at that with pleasure. Then suddenly...
で、そろそろ思い出した？自分がどこの英雄か。セイバーと関係があるなら、セイバーに近い時代の英雄なんでしょ？
So, have you remembered what kind of hero you are? If you're related to Saber, you must be a hero around that age, right? From around that age. She asks if to test him.
いや、もやがかかったままだ。
No, it's still hazy.
だが、君の言う通り、あのセイバーには覚えがある。あちらは知らないようだから、あまり深い関係ではなかったようだが。
As you said, I do remember Saber. She does not seem to know me, so it must have not been a deep connection.
ふん。じゃあ友人とか恋人関係じゃなかったのね。
So you weren't friends or lovers?
残念。そうだったらセイバーの正体も分かったのに。
Too bad. I would have found out her identity if was the case. She doesn't sound disappointed. A false line, that's not genuine.
まあ、いずれ思い出すさ。
Well, I remember eventually.
それより、リン。連れ込んできた者の様子はどうだ？命に別状はないのか？
More importantly, Rin, how's the one you brought here doing? Is it not life-threatening?
うん。なんとか命は取り留めたわ。あいつ、昨日まで怪我を負っても勝手に治ってたくせに、今回の傷は全然治らないのよ。契約が切れたら、セイバーからもらっていた治癒能力がなくなったんでしょうね。
No, he managed to escape death until yesterday. Until yesterday, his wounds would heal automatically. But this wound isn't healing at all. The healing power he got from Saber must have gone away since the contract broke off.
けど、まあなんとかなったわ。幸い急所は外れてたし、3日ほど安静にしていれば食事ぐらいはできるようになる。
But it turned out okay somehow. Fortunately, it missed his vital spots, so he should be able to eat meals if he rests for about 3 days.
いや、そっちじゃない。もう一人の方だ。
No, not that one. The other one.
ああ、藤村先生。あの人なら寝室で寝かせてあるわ。キャスターの眠りの魔術を受けているけど、本人はすっごく元気よ。処置はしてきたから、1週間眠り続けても支障はないわ。
Huh? Oh, Miss Fujimura? I let her sleep in the guest room. Asa has cast a sleeping spell on her. But she's completely fine. I treated her, so there shouldn't be a problem, even if she sleeps for a week.
そうか。だが、キャスターの魔術なら眠り姫になりかねないな。あの女のそれは魔術というより呪いだ。
I see.
解決するには本人を倒すのが手っ取り早い。
I see. But she might turn into a sleeping beauty with Caster's magecraft. Her magecraft is more like a curse. The simplest way to dispel it is to kill Caster.
そうね。どの道聖杯戦争も長くは続かない。一日でも早くキャスターは倒すし、藤村先生ならひょっこり自力で起きそうだし。
Yeah, either way, the Holy Grail won't last much longer. We're going to defeat Caster as soon as possible, and knowing Miss Fujimura, she might just wake up on her own. Archer agrees. And after a brief pause in the conversation,
キャスター退治が最優先だな。マスターが一人減ったとはいえ、セイバーは健在だ。余裕はないぞ、リン。
beating Caster's first priority. Even though there's one less master, Saber still exists. We do not have time to spare, Rin.
わかってる。すぐに町に出るわ。
And now, we go out into town right away.
いくらキャスターでも、セイバーを完全に支配するには時間がかかるはず。できれば、セイバーが操られる前にキャスターを倒さないと。
Even Caster should take some time to completely control Saber. If possible, we need to defeat Caster before Saber gets manipulated.
了解だ。では、あの小僧との契約もここまでだな。
Understood. So the contract with that bread ends here, huh?
ではない。エミヤシロはマスターではないのだろう。
Do not harm me. Shirou Emiya is not a master anymore, right?
ならば戦力にはならんし、わざわざ守ってやる必要もない。君が使った2つ目のレイジは、これで解約ということだ。
Then he will not be of help, so there will be no need to protect him. The second command spell that you use can be terminated now.
どうした？まさか、共に戦ったよしみで面倒を見るなどというのではなかろうな。
What is it? Do not tell me that you will look after him since you fought together.
まさかそこまでお人よしじゃないわ。
Of course not. I'm not that good of a person.
なら
Then
けどまだ終わってない。あいつが自分から降りるっていうまで約束は破らない。
but it's not over yet. I won't break our promise until he says that he's quitting.
私は突っぱねるけど、あいつが参ったっていうまでは終わらせちゃいけないんだから。
I try to turn him down, but I can't end it until he says that he gives up. She declares even though she's not sure. Besides, how can he rebel against that?
それが私の方針よ。文句ある？あーちゃん。
That's my policy. Do you have any objections, Archer?
仕方あるまい。君がそういう人間だということは言いたいほど分かっている。
It cannot be helped. I'm painfully aware that you are that kind of person. His reply is sarcastic. He snorts as she orders him.
行くわよあーちゃん。どうしてか知らないけど、キャスターは竜道寺に戻っていない。
Let's go, Archer. I don't know why, but Caster isn't back at the Shirou temple.
なら探し出して戻る前に倒しましょう。
Then, let's find her and defeat her before she gets back. There's no need to answer. The knight in red silently nods and follows behind his master. There are still masses of gloomy clouds in the sky. The moonless night, she departs with an archer to aim at her target. Feels like I just got punched. Oh, I wake up from a pain in my shoulder. My body is still intact. I can still feel my limbs and hear the sound of my own breathing. My shoulder is wrapped in a bandage, and the bed I'm sleeping on is soft. This place is an unfamiliar room. If I remember correctly, someone said something.
ここまでね。シロはもう戦わなくて。
This is it. You do not have to fight. Don't have to fight anymore, Shirou. I get up. I remember everything and jumped out of the bed. That wasn't smart, I think. Pain causes my back to ache. I touch my left shoulder. It still burns like fire. It feels much worse than a pulled muscle. Well, I'm lucky that my arm's still attached, since it was pierced through with a sword, but honestly, it hurts badly. I slowly get out of bed. If I clench my teeth, I can somehow bear the pain. Then... the heat from my shoulder reaches my head. I shake off and move my legs. No one's here? Yeah, there shouldn't be anyone. I remember Tosaka's words. He said those words and left. So she must have gone out to fight by herself. I head to the door. I must go outside. I need to go outside and find Tosaka. I'm going to fall. I almost fall, so I support myself using the dressing table. It's useless. I fall to the floor along with the dressing table that I leaned on. Sorry, I made a mess, Tosaka. I collect the scattered accessories and put them back. Huh? I see something familiar amongst them. I've seen this before. I've seen this somewhere. Yeah. It was like this back then too. The night I got stabbed in the chest by Lancer. Got a fatal wound, and I was healed before I knew it. I think there was something I picked up when I left the hallway with a sluggish body. It's hot. The poison from my shoulder circulates to my brain and makes me lax. Yeah, this is the same one. I can tell, but I can't gather my thoughts. Things that I had believed were dreams until now. Or whose servant was fighting Lancer at the time? Or who could save me? Who could save me when I was dying? And who had the necessities to be there? There's no need to think about those things anymore. Yet my head is spinning. Damn it. She talked about owing me and all. But this is something I can never pay back. I feel dizzy. I'm a mess from the pain. Heat in my own stupidity. I move my legs. Anyway, I have to look for her now. I have something I want to say, and now I have something that I have to tell her. That's all I can think about with this brain that's as mushy as stew. I was in front of a train station before I realized it. My hazy mind moves with only vague images. But she's there. It's ordering me to go there to look for her. I don't know why I'm drawn here. My boiled brain only thought of this building. Then I can only follow my instincts. I don't have any other way to find Tosaka to start with. Whatever that may be, I can only cling to something. I go out to the rooftop. The wind that blows high up is cold and cools my heated head down a bit. Why are you here? A faint gasp. Tosaka was looking down at the town from the rooftop, just as he had been that night.
帰りなさい。何のつもりか知らないけど、目障りよ、あなた。
Go home. I don't know why you're here, but you're an eyesore. She looks at me angrily. Behind me. There's someone silently telling me that it's not my turn. I'm not leaving. I'll leave with you. We promise that we are going to fight together, right? I pull my hazy mind together and force and somehow move my mouth.
そんな約束忘れなさい。だいたい今のあなたに何ができるっていうのよ。セイバーを失ったあなたにマスターの相手は務まらない。
Forget about that promise. First of all, what can you even do now? Without Saber, you're no match for a master. That is...
それに、あなたが戦う必要なんてもうないわ。
Besides, there's no need for you to fight anymore.
マスターじゃなくなったんだから、教会に逃げ込めば安全よ。あとはおとなしくしていれば、聖杯戦争は終わってくれる。
You're not a master anymore, so it's safe if you escape to the church. You just need to stay there, and the Holy Grail War will come to an end. I almost faint hearing those words. Don't be ridiculous, I can't leave Saber like that. Look, I already said I'm going to fight, so I'm going to fight until the end, no matter. My vision turns red. I can't talk. Just by yelling, all the muscles in my body cramp up and I feel like I'm going to die.
それ見なさい。今まではセイバーの助けがあったけど、なくなればそうなるのよ。
Look at yourself. You had Saber's help until now, but that was but that's what happened without it.
いいエミヤ君。人間は傷つけば死ぬの。あなたのその傷だって本来なら致命傷なんだから。
Look, Emir. Humans die if they get wounded. The wound should be fatal. Damn it. I know that already. I know, but I am in so much pain that the words I need to say can't come out.
それにセイバーがどうのこうのって言うけど、それはあなたが気にかける問題じゃないわ。
And as for Saber, that is not a problem you should be worrying about.
エミヤ君はマスターじゃなくなったんだから、セイバーがどうなろうと関係ないでしょ。
You're not a master anymore, so what happens to Saber doesn't concern you. It does concern me. This pain is proof that I've been saved by Saber until now. No, even if I'm not a master. Saber hated it. How can I let her be be controlled by someone like that?
そう。けど、あなたは無力よ。
Yes, but you're powerless.
いいわ。あなたが認めようとしないのなら、代わりに私が言ってあげる。
It's fine. If you refuse to admit it, then I'll say it for you.
今のあなたじゃ、セイバーを助けることなんてできない。
You can't save Saber with the way you are right now. The heat disappears. Even the boiling my head froze with those cold-hearted words.
話はここまでよ。
End of conversation.
セイバーはいなくなって、マスターでもなくなった。
Without Saber, you're no longer a master.
聖杯戦争なんていう殺し合いに巻き込まれる理由はなくなったんだから、ここでシローは降りなさい。
There's no reason for you to be involved in the kill fest called the Holy Grail War. So, withdraw now. Tosaka turns around and leaves. Huh? Amidst the wind blowing at the building, Tosaka kicks the ground without any hesitation. What are you thinking? I reach out frantically. There's no need for that. The Red Knight appears beside Tosaka, as if to protect her. Even if she jumps from this height, she should be able to land without a problem if she has a servant. Tosaka's lips move slightly. I can't hear what she said, but her eyes look at me. You'll die if you get involved any longer. She coldly tells me like it's a final warning. The heat that had cooled down returns. My thoughts get confused with the pain and heat. I can't save Saber. There's no reason for Shirou and Emiya to fight. My wound hurts. I repeat those words in my head as I look down at the night view that swallowed Tosaka. Probably back in Rin's point of view. It's a silent night. The wind blowing through the mountain forest is gentle, and the rustling of the trees is as faint as a whisper. There are no birds singing about winter or bees howling at the moon. There's only one passage that leads to Ryodo Temple. The long stone stairs remain peaceful tonight as well, but do not know. This place has already withstood 5 wars, each one a fight to the death. Many servants have challenged the Ryudo Temple. Berserker, Lancer, Rider, Saber, and Archer. The mountain is able to calmly enjoy the darkness thanks to the sorcerer that completely drove those 5 away. The longsword moves. Fortunately, it was a moonless night. Crescent-shaped arc of a moving sword, so elegant that the moon would be ashamed of itself if it saw it.
聞いているのですか、アサシン。あなたには門番を続けてもらうと言ったのです。
Are you listening, assassin? I told you that you will continue guarding the gate. He ignores the purple mage caster. Assassin lowers his longsword and glances at the forest without interest.
いや、邪魔者がいてな。おかしな鳥を見かけたので切ってみたが、血も出なければ悲鳴もあげぬ。これはお前の同胞か、キャスター。
Well, there was an intruder. I saw a strange bird, so I tried slashing at it. But it did not bleed or scream. Is this one of yours, caster?
そう。監視役の使い魔ね。バーサーカーのマスターか、あのお嬢さんか。どちらにせよ、ここもそう長くは持たない。
Oh, yes, this must have been a familiar spying on us. Must be Berserker's master or that young lady. Either way, this place will no longer last for long. Caster walks into the forest and looks down at the thing fallen on the ground. It is the corpse of an owl. A bird made of crystal, a simple yet excellent spying creation, probably made by Archer's master.
あのお嬢さんも運がないわね。もう少し無能なら教え子にしてあげてもよかったのに。
That young lady has no luck. I could have made her my student if she was a bit more incompetent. She steps on it. The amethyst crystals are crushed to pieces and scatter on the ground, shining like stars.
こんな輩も多いですし。マスターの守護は任せましたよ、アサシン。マスターが死んでしまっては、私も消えざるを得ない。そうなればあなたとて存在してはいられない。
There are many fellows like this, so I'll leave you two in charge of guarding my master, assassin. I will disappear if my master dies. If that happens, you cannot exist either.
消えたくなければ死ぬ気で門を守りなさい。
If you do not want to disappear, then protect this gate with your life.
さて、死ぬ気でというのは難しいな。この小次郎、生まれてこの方、生きているという実感がない。
Well, it is difficult to protect it with my life. I've never felt like I was alive, ever since I was born.
そのようなものに決死を命じても無意味ではないかな、キャスター。
Is it not meaningless to order such a thing from one such as I?
減らず口よ。
Stop your impudent talk.
勘違いはしないことね、アサシン。あなたは私が呼び出したサーバントよ。奴隷は奴隷らしく振る舞いなさい。
Do not misunderstand, assassin. You are a servant I summoned. A servant should act like a slave.
いいこと？主人に忠誠を誓えないのなら、ここで消してしまうだけよ。
Look, if you cannot swear your loyalty to your master, you can disappear right now. There's only one enmity and contempt to Caster's voice. To her, assassin is only a tool. It is annoying enough for her to be talking, so it's natural for her to get irritated when it starts talking sarcastically.
そうか、それはしたり。カゲロウのごとき我が命だが、今消されるのは困る。一つ約束をしてしまったのでな。できるのならば果たしたいのだ。
I see. Good heavens. My life is like a mayfly, but it would be troublesome if I disappear now. I've made a promise. If I can, I would like to fulfill its promise.
なら言葉を慎みなさい。あなたはただここを守っていればいい。
Then watch what you say. You only need to protect this place.
ええ、それが果たせた暁にはあなたを本物にしてあげるわ。宝具も持たない下級のあなたが英霊になれるのだから、命を懸ける価値はあるでしょ。
Yes, in the event that you are not able to do so, I can make you real. If a low class like you, without a normal phantasm, can become a heroic spirit, then it should be worth risking your life, right?
心配は無用だ。元より閣僚の身、与えられた役割は演じきってみせよう。
You do not need to worry. I've belonged to the other world from the beginning. I shall carry out the role that has been given to me.
だがいいのかな、キャスター。私も主人に忠実ではないが、お前とて不義理ではないか。こたびの件、マスターには内密であろう。
But this is alright, Kaiser. I'm not loyal to my master either, but you are not being dishonest as well. Tonight's matter is a secret from your master, correct? At that instant, Assassin's body explodes. An explosive sound. The cursed caster implanted into his body when he was summoned has exploded. The trees sway. Assassin is blown away and slammed into the forest, his chest pierced by his own ribs. His figure looks like a blooming flower.
これはまた日に日に度が過ぎていくな、キャスター。
This again? You're getting worse by the day, Caster.
黙りなさい。次に同じことを言わせるのなら、あと5日を待たずに消し去るだけよ。
Right. If I have to tell you one more time, I will eliminate you before waiting 5 days.
まったく。女と精進は手に負えんというが、お前はいささか行き過ぎだ。
Jeez. They say that women with immortal people are unmanageable. But you have gone too far. The fleshy servant stands up slowly. Even though his ribs are coming out of his chest and he's bloody all over, the servant does not lose his elegance.
おお、そのような目で睨むな。美しい顔が台無しだぞ、キャスター。わかっている。お前のマスターには全て内密に行うのだろう。セイバーを捕らえたことも、私という門番がいることも隠し通す。
Oh, do not glare at me with those eyes. Your beautiful face is ruined, Caster. I know everything is to be a secret from your master, right? I will hide the fact that you have captured Saber and that you have me as a guard.
良い美談ではないか。主人を思うその心意気、あの男に通じるといいのだな。
アサシ、あなた。
It's a moving story. I hope that your caring spirit towards your master reaches him. Assassin, you.
なに、ただの負け惜しみだ。どうあろうとお前には手を挙げられぬのだから、この程度のざれ言は許せよ。
What? I'm just being a sore loser. I cannot attack you, so at least allow me to joke around like that.
門は守る。何があろうと守り通そう。
I will protect the gate. I shall protect it no matter what.
だが、そういうお前はどこに行く？ 私の守りは信用できぬか？
But where are you going to go? Do you not trust my protection?
当然でしょう。あなたはただの保険よ。
Of course not. You are just an insurance.
けどそれも終わり。セイバーさえ手に入れれば、こんなひなびた場所を神殿にすることもないわ。
But that is over. Once I get a hold of Saber, I won't need to make this rustic place my temple.
陣地替えか。となると、確かに私は用済みだが、このお山に勝る霊地があるとでも？
So we relocate? In that case, certainly am not needed. Is there a sacred place superior to this mountain?
ええ。多少は劣るようだけど、私にふさわしい場所があるわ。それに、遠からずそこには足を運ぶのですもの。今すぐに行っても問題はないでしょう。
Yes, it is slightly inferior, but I have a place that suits me besides. I'll be going there sooner or later anyways. This is not a problem if you go there now, right? Is this an expression which has been cool throughout? Clouds up. Kasa must have been satisfied to see that, as her glossy lips smiled.
そう。私たちの勝利は揺るがないのだから、先に商品を受け取りに行くの。
I see, our victory is certain, so I'm going to get my prize ahead of time.
新しい陣地と聖杯。それにセイバーという駒まで揃えた。これなら乗り気でない私のマスターも、私の方針に異論は挟めないでしょう。
New territory and the Holy Grail. I have another piece called Saber now. With this, I'm sure my reluctant master won't complain about my policy, right? That is true. No matter how much Kasa's master Sorochi Kurozuki wants to stay silent, he will have no choice but to fight, if the conditions line up so perfectly. What is more certain than that is...
つまらない戦いはおしまい。聖杯さえ手に入れれば、恐れるものは何もない。
The city battle will be over. There's nothing to fear once I obtain the Holy Grail.
そう。誰であろうと、私を阻むことはできなくなるのですからね。
Yes, no one will be able to stop me, no matter who they are. A loud laughter spoils the night. The purple mage expresses her victory proudly. The swordsman with a long sword gives her a side glance and looks up at the sky. The time is near. No matter what the result may be, there's only 5 days remaining. Even though this murder, the number of days are unlikely to be used up, the swordsman who had survived the bloodbath felt that this would be a battle that could not be easily resolved. And I fall. I can't even breathe properly. The wound on my shoulder is red and swollen, and it hurts like crazy when I breathe. I'm unable to stay conscious. I've let my guard down. I fall asleep immediately. If I let my guard down. Oh, I'm not even sure if I'm awake in the first place. It's not even clear how I made it back here from the rooftop. Why I came home. My thoughts become ambiguous. Only certain thing is my breathing beating hard. Tosaka told me not to get involved, because I am powerless, and do not have a reason to fight anymore. But that's wrong. I knew more than anyone else I was powerless. I had a different reason for fighting. I can't just let this become a scar. Losing against others is inevitable. I'm used to getting knocked down. I know that it's vexing, but I can't reach them no matter what I do. But that is only when my opponent is somewhere else. I can't lose against myself. There's no factor that would make me lose if our powers are equal. To submit an opponent like that would be like declaring that I'm wrong. My wounds distort. The blood seeps through my bandages. I hold it down with my right hand and glare at the darkness with a fading consciousness. The memory from 10 years ago. The words of a man. It was my father. Even if I was wrong from the start, there's nothing wrong with the path I've took. I wanted to become a hero of justice, so the incident wouldn't just become a sad past. A time where everyone would be happy. Here, I held onto it, the ideal. Where nobody would shed tears for 10 years. Then, it doesn't matter how much my mind doesn't function. What needs to be done has been determined from the start. I didn't fight because I became a master. I decided to fight just because I believe that since it was something I could do, it was something I must do. I finally remembered something that was so obvious. Tosaka, no matter how much you tell me, if I believe this is right, I will believe that this is the path until the very end. I can't just quit like this, and I won't let her fight by herself. For that sake, I sleep now. I won't let her call me a burden. I heal this wound in the night. And when I wake up in the morning, I'll definitely catch up to her and finally repay her for what she did that night. And that is the ending of the day. I will pause the recording from here on out, and I must continue later on, but this will stay in one video, so there shouldn't be any problem. I guess I'll see you in just a second. Moonlight 2, the next day. And we're starting out with an interlude. Oh. The storm room is illuminated by the light of dawn. The light that comes in from the ceiling disputes the darkness underground, dilutes the darkness. Every entrance and window is sealed off, but even that cannot block the sunlight. Even this place that should be closed off in the darkness benefits from the break of dawn. Whether it's an entrance or window, they were originally created to let things out, in or out. The cracks cannot be covered, and besides, it can fulfill its duty as a passage if it's completely closed off. If I wanted to completely avoid the sunlight, there cannot be any entrance from the outside. If one prefers darkness, they should dive underground, to the bottom without a way to return. In that regard, this underground sanctuary is not perfect. Sunlight exposed all secrets without reservation. The hidden sanctuary was easily discovered, and the owner was eliminated just as easily. There are traces of blood on the floor. The original owner of the sanctuary was defeated by an intruder. The supervisor of the Holy Grey Walk, Kire Kotomina, was removed from the stage by Caster's hand. I really didn't remember that. Wow. So, this pretty much explains why things don't happen as they happen as in the Fate Drop. Okay. Off-screen kill, I guess. That battle was already a few hours ago. The underground regained its silence. The new owner of the church is standing still in the darkness. But the winner scorns herself. Caster glares at the darkness with an irritated look. First of all, she doesn't like the sanctuary. Neither the hidden sanctuary nor the secret sanctuary hidden beneath it suit her taste. The light that comes in is unpleasant, and she didn't like the priest that she had finished off earlier either. And most of all, the most important objective has not been accomplished yet. She was shocked at how poorly things were going, and she even considered reducing this place to ashes. Fortunately, she restrained herself for such an atrocity. It's not because she regained her composure, nor is it out of respect towards the church. She suppressed her emotions solely because of this sound. This faint, periodic noise. The painful voice that escapes from a woman is like heavenly music to her ears. Yes. For the time being, she enjoys the spectacle. The groaning sound of pain comes from a girl. The voice that escapes her mouth is too weak. Her anguish would cause those who listen to it to feel the distress to protect her, or sadistic feelings on the contrary. Of course, she is the latter. Sweat drips down her forehead. Just from watching her cute lips bearing the pain, the cold room seems to get warmer.
大したものね、セイバー。レイジの縛りを一晩中拒み続けるなんて、私たちでは考えられないわ。
How impressive, Saber. I can't imagine resisting the command spell all night long. It's in a very awkward position. In the back of the sanctuary, the girl tried to hide from the ceiling, can only pant. As long as Saber continues to defy the command spell, she has no free will. Additionally, magecraft so strong that it visibly tortures her whole body. The command spell pressures her from the inside, and Cass's magecraft tortures her from the outside. Saber's reasoning is disappearing. Even then, the last remnants of her pride are keeping her at bay. Neither the binding of a command spell nor Cass's magecraft can take away her underlying principles. Therefore, torture lasts forever. Caster watches the process, the girl desperately holding out with joy. If Caster was Caster's idea to it was Caster's idea to put her in a white dress. Rustic armor is not appealing, and most of all, it does not suit her. If she's an innocent saint, then she should be in a pure white dress when she falls. How brave.
いくらあなたの意志が拒み続けても、サーバントとして作られたその体は別よ。
No matter how much you resist with your will, your body, made to be a servant, won't keep up.
霊樹が少しずつ侵食しているのがわかるでしょ。あなたはあと一日も経たずに私のものになる。ならもう降参して素直になった方が楽じゃなくて？
You can tell that the commands were slowly infringing your mind, right? You will be mine in less than a day. In that case, is it not easier to surrender to you and be docile? The voice resists painfully. Even though her reasoning is melted, she will not yield to Caster. Just as Caster says, she will put up with the torture until the command spell fully controls her body in the very end.
強情ね、セイバー。ええ、けど許してあげる。
You are stubborn, Saber. Yes, but I will forgive you.
私、あなたみたいな娘は好きよ。金の髪も小さな体も少年のような凛々さも可愛いわ。それに裏切るぐらいなら死を選ぶ一途さも愛らしい。
I like girls like you. Your blonde hair, petite body, and that boyish gallantness. Everything is so cute. Also, your loyalty to Shu's death over betrayal is adorable.
ほんと、踏みつぶしてあげたいぐらい。
Really, I want to step on you and crush you. She stares at the girl with eyes mixed with hatred and pleasure. If Caster puts her mind to it, she could get Saber to surrender in an instant. Saber's freedom is taken away just from one command spell. Then, the result is obvious if she corners her with 2 command spells. Saber will become Caster's without the need for such torture. But she will not do such an inelegant thing. Caster should take her time finishing her, since Saber is her lovely tool.
そうね。霊樹で体を支配するなんて退屈ですもの。
Yes, it's boring to control your body with a command spell.
あなたには自分から私のサーバントになってもらいましょう。ねえ。体ではなく、先に心を壊してあげる。
I shall have you become my servant out of your own will. Yes, I shall destroy your heart before your body. She now holds the strongest piece in her own hands. There's nothing threatening her victory. The whereabouts of the Holy Grail is a concern, but that is a matter of time. Just as she decided to enjoy the fall of the King of Knights as a reward for her evil scheme.
そこで何をしている、キャスター?
What are you doing, Caster? Suddenly, an emotionless voice calls from behind. She turns around immediately. Above the sanctuary, someone slowly makes his way down to the stairs that lead outside. A lean, ghost-like figure appears in the darkness. There are no footsteps, nor presence to be felt. The man comes down into the sanctuary and keeps straight face, even after seeing the bloodstains on the floor and the girl tied up from the ceiling.
宗一郎様。
Esther's attitude changes right away. Her expressions change from irritation to pleasure to that of a tense servant.
なぜここに？あなたには竜道寺にいるようお願いしたはずですが。
Why are you here? I believed I asked you to stay at Ryu the temple.
質問は私が先だ、キャスター。ここで何をしていると聞いたのだが。
I questioned you first, Caster. I asked you what you are doing here. The man, Soichiro Kuzuki, voice does not change. The voice with no inflection is more terrifying than any threat. An emotionless voice like a mirror. An awareness of one's guilt. The voice is more fearful of those with greater guilt. She is not being questioned by Kuzuki, but her own self. Yasa holds her chest and reports the whole story to Kuzuki. He is not someone who can be fooled. No, he's the only one whom she cannot lie. To whom she cannot lie.
昨日、マスターの一人であるエミヤシローからサーバントを奪いました。エミヤシローは逃しましたが、すでにマスターではありません。賢明な人間ならば、私たちに歯向かうことはないでしょう。
I took away a servant from one of the masters, Shirou Emiya, yesterday. I let Shirou Emiya go, but he's no longer a master. If he is smart, then he should not oppose us anymore.
そうか。だがそんな指示を下してはいない。
I see. But I have not given such an order.
私の独断です、マスター。
It was an arbitrary decision, Master.
その後、聖杯の器を手に入れるために教会を襲いました。聖杯の管理役である神父は仕留めましたが、聖杯の行方は不明です。
That I attacked the church to obtain the vessel of the Holy Grail. I killed the priest, the supervisor of the Holy Grail. But its whereabouts are unknown.
そちらも独断か。帰還しなかったのは聖杯が見つからなかったからだな。確かにせっかく手に入れた場所だ。肝心のものを手に入れないまま留守にしては意味がない。
That was also an arbitrary decision, huh? So the reason you haven't returned is because you have not found the Holy Grail. You did go through considerable trouble to obtain this place. It would be a waste to abandon it without finding what you are after. Kuzuki's words are not blaming her, but Caster only felt ashamed of herself. She killed the priest who knew the whereabouts of the Holy Grail, but she has yet to obtain it. On top of that, her arbitrary decisions that she needed to keep secret were revealed. What else can she call this other than a failure?
状況は分かった。理由を説明できるか、キャスター。
I understand the situation. Can you explain the reason, Caster?
申し訳ありません。ですがこれもすべてマスターのため。私の目的はあなたを勝利させることだけです。理由などそれ以外にはありません。
I'm sorry. However, this is all for you, Master. My objective is to lead you to victory. There's no other reason. A long silence. After hearing Caster's strong declaration, Soichiro Kuzuki simply murmurs, I see.
ではここから離れるわけにはいかんな。 留守中他のマスターに聖杯を見つけられてはお前の苦労も無駄になる。
And you cannot be away from here. If another master finds the Holy Grail while you are away, then your efforts will be in vain.
ではマスター。
And master,
納得のいくまで調べるがいい。それまでは私もここに残ろう。お前一人では戦いに向かん。セーバーが手駒になるまで護衛は必要だろう。
you may investigate until you are satisfied. I shall remain here as well until you are done. You are not fit to fight by yourself. You need a guard until Saber is under your control.
いえ、それには及びません。マスターに力を借りずとも手駒はありますし、聖杯の探索とてどれほどかかるか。
No, there's no need for that. I can keep her under control without your help. And I do not know how long it will take to find the Holy Grail.
それにここは危険です。竜道寺に戻られた方があなたの身は安全です。
Besides, it's dangerous here. You will be safer if you return to Ryudo Temple.
正論だ。だがそれでは私の目的が果たせなくなる。
That is true. But if you do that, I cannot fulfill my objective. Those words were unexpected for Caster. He did not have an objective. What kind of objective can this man have when he has no interest in the Holy Grail that can grant any wish?
宗一郎様、それは。
Lord Shirou, that
急げよ。なければないでいい。成果は問わん。結果だけを出すがいい。
hurry. If you can't find it, it's fine. I will not question your achievements. Just produce results. He tells it simply and goes back up the stairs. Caster watches him, dumbfounded. The darkness is still silent. The footsteps heading above ground cannot be heard. I open my eyes. My eyes are not the only thing that wakes up, as my sleepy mind wakes up as well. The wound is not a problem. I check the wound on my left shoulder. It still hurts, but there's no intense pain like last night. The heat in my body has gone down as well. It should be a problem for me to move around. It shouldn't be a problem. I eat breakfast and fill my empty stomach. Food comes before anything. My body won't move how I want unless it gets the nutrition it needs. Alright. I reapply the bandage on my left shoulder. My exposed skin and wound have turned dark blue. My wound hasn't healed up, and I can't see the dark red skin peeking through. Of course, Saber's not here right now. I disinfect for my peace of mind. What goes over it and wrap bandages around it. What goes over it, sorry. Wrapping bandages and constricting a wound is the most primitive first aid treatment. What I have to do is, or my wound would expand just by moving my left arm. Hold on, I just need the weapon now. The sky is cloudy. It must be really cold today, as there's still frost left in the yard. But this has nothing to do with me. I don't feel any cold. My body is not so hot I want to pour ice water over my head. Even then, my body is in much better condition compared to yesterday. These bamboo swords are the only thing that I could use as a weapon after all. I chose the one that seems like it could pass magic energy through it best and wrap it in my bag. Then I slapped my cheeks. I don't know if it was to psych myself up again, or it was to preparing to never come back here. I don't know why I did it myself. I sling the bag over my right shoulder and head outside. The place where I've spent many years. I didn't even look back at the shed that could be considered my own room. Well, even though I decided to fight, there's still plenty of problems. I have to make clear what I need to prioritize and what I need to do, or else it will end without me being able to do anything. There are two paths to take. I meet up with Tosaka, go to the church for advice. Probably meeting up with Tosaka is the right move. Or maybe Tosaka is already at the church and... Huh? But then going to her place would be pointless, right? I mean, where did she go last night? I don't even know. Probably just scouting ahead. Find out where Caster is holed up. I kinda want to go to the church for advice. Well... Oh, let's go there and see what the tiger dojo has to say. Go to a church. It's irritating to have to ask the priest for help. I am not in a situation to be caring about such a thing. Even if meeting up with Tosaka and getting Sarah back with her help is the best option, I have no way of finding her now that she's disappeared. But that priest should know Tosaka's whereabouts, maybe even how to fight against Caster. My body feels heavy. The wound on my shoulder aches with every step and raises my body's temperature. The small hill looks like a wall now. But it'll end soon. I'll be released from this weight once I go up the hill and reach a church. The church looks as if it stands near the sky. Blood is dripping down my chest and armpits. My wound opened up, damn it. I wouldn't think that what was my weak spirit made my wound worse. My body should have been resting to start with. Of course my wound would open up if I pushed myself to move. But if I see Kotomina, even that will. He might not be able to treat me, but I'm sure at the least he has some medicine. His role is to protect masters who cannot fight anymore. This is ironic, but I have the right to receive protection from a church, since I lost my command spells. Only a bit further to the church. I'm concerned about Tosaka's whereabouts and about saving Saber. But for now, I just want to sit down and cool my heated body down. The lights are out in the chapel. Church is so quiet that I feel chills. Kotomina? Kotomina is nowhere to be seen. I wouldn't think that we would be out. I feel a person's presence. The church is not deserted, as I hear some rustling sounds in the middle of a church past the chapel. Something's off. My impression and the truth are conflicting. I can't gather my thoughts. My wound is aching, and I'm unable to tell what's conflicting, what's going on, and where it's dangerous. An earthquake? I stop before sitting down in a chair. A shelf might have collapsed from the earthquake as I hear ceramics breaking and Kotomina's voice. Oh. So he's there at the moment that that thing happened. He's in the back. The lights are out in the chapel. In that case, today might be a day off for the church, and the priest might be in the back. I don't know if churches have days off. I wouldn't think that it would be accepting visitors if the lights are out. On a day like this, it's hard to keep walking any longer without treatment, but I can't collapse in the chair. I have to see the priest to have his wound treated, and to find out where Chosaka is. When I exit the chapel, there's a courtyard. I couldn't tell from the outside, but there seems to be a plaza set up in the center of the building. The corridor surrounding the yard is intricate and reminds me of a monastery I saw in a book. Huh? I stop. I feel like there's something stuck on the pillar I just passed by. It should be there.
あら、また会えるとは思っていたけど、こんなに早く会えるなんてね。
Oh, I thought I would see you again, but I didn't think it would be this soon. Huh? I almost fall as I turn around. I'm unsteady on my feet and I lean onto a wall of a church to prevent myself from falling. Well, why are you here? Painfully, I bear the pain that digs into my shoulder and stare at the shadow in front of me.
それはこちらのセリフよ。その傷ならしばらくは動けないと踏んでいたのだけれど、思っていた以上の坊やだったわけね、あなたは。
That is my line. I thought that you wouldn't be able to move for a while with that wound. But you were more than I expected, boy. The purple robe comes closer. Ooh. Run away, fight, find an opening. I mean, she can shoot lasers, so running away wouldn't work. Fight. If we just charged at her, should get slapped around. Find an opening. What possible opening can you find? Anyway, let's say. I guess we pick finding an opening. Because best outcome maybe. No Tiger Deutsche?
無駄よ。
Oh,
あなた程度の力じゃ何をしても私からは逃げられないわ。
I guess it doesn't matter. It's useless. With so little power, you cannot get away from me, no matter what you do. Caster's voice echoes. Where am I? Wait, what happened to my vision? Caster. I swing around my bamboo sword in a world without any direction. I don't feel it hitting anything, and I don't hear sound of it cutting the air. I just use my energy and worsen my wound.
安心なさい。殺しはしないわ。あなたには希少価値があるもの。適当に刈り込んで投影用の魔杖として使ってあげる。
Don't worry, I won't kill you. You are valuable. Since you are rare, I shall prune you substantially and use you as a wand for projection. Sorry. My internal organs thrive. My body doesn't move one bit, but my insides rotate like the inside of a dryer.
驚いた。頭を押さえたのに体はまだ諦めていないのね。ますます気に入ったわ坊や。セイバーもじき私のものになるし、あなたも同じよう大事に扱ってあげる。
I'm surprised. Your body has not given up, even though I got a hold of your mind. I like you even better now, boy. They will soon be mine, so I shall treat you importantly like I did her. I was able to stop the rotation that made me want to throw up all my organs. The purple mage reaches out with her finger, stained with someone else's blood.
あの男は逃がしたけど、あなたは逃がさない。
I let that man go, but I won't let you go. So she lets Kotomine go?
さあ、すぐに愛しのお姫様に会わせてあげる。
Now, I will let you see your beloved princess soon. My vision is cut off. I don't feel my limbs, and the only certain thing is a pain in my shoulder. But that ends quickly as well. Dead end. Is Tiger at the dojo again? Or is she still absent? What? Premonition of Harp Drop.
はーい、みんな元気にしてたかな。
Hi, is everyone doing well?
ちょっと近道をしようと裏道に入った途端正面からたっぷり突っ込まれるような不運な君を助けるタイガー道場よ。
This is the Tiger Dojo that saves unlucky people like you, who are hit head-on by a truck after trying to take a shortcut. What?
さて、今回の死因はズバリ間の悪さです。
Well, the cause of the death this time is pure bad luck.
教会に行くこと自体は正しい選択なんだけど、もうちょっとだけ独力で遠坂さんを探してみることをおすすめするわ。
Going to the church itself is a correct choice, but I recommend to at least trying to look for Tosaka a bit more by yourself. What's wrong with Ilya?
何固まってるのよ、イリアちゃん。
Hey, why are you frozen, Ilya?
何？間違って辛いものでも食べちゃったの？
What, did you accidentally eat something spicy?
無視？
Are you ignoring me?
ちょっと失礼だぞ。少しは返事しろ。つうか、かまって。お姉ちゃん寂しいよ。
Are you ignoring me? Hey, that's rude. Answer me. Give me attention. I'm lonely. Jeez, shut up.
あ、起きた。イリアちゃん、お目覚め？
Oh, you're awake now?
お目覚めじゃない。
Don't are you awake now, me?
私はね、あまりのショックにフリーズしてたの。失神してたの。エクトプラスってたの。
I was frozen from shock, fainted, ectoplasm.
どうして？
What? Why?
どうしてって何よ今回の導入は。
Why? What's up with that intro?
何あれ？どういうこと？ここってタイガー道場じゃないの？私全然わかんない。
What was that? Isn't this the Tiger Dojo? I don't get it at all.
何って魔法少女ものってああいうものよ。
The magical girls like that, you know? Oh. Is that why I made a spin-off for Ilya?
イリア ちゃん知らないの？
You don't know it?
その同情するような顔ムカつく。
Your pitiful face pisses me off.
そもそもタイガ魔法少女って年齢本編ヒロシといえど魔法少女が似合うのは私と。
First of all, are you of an age to be a magical girl? Even in all of fate, only one suited to be a magical girl is me and...
先輩ぐらいのもんなんだから。
senpai.
とにかくさっきの導入は以後禁止。魔法少女ネタは今回きりだからね。
Anyway, that intro is no longer allowed. This is the last time you can make the magical girl joke.
そ
Oh.
っかー、イリアちゃんも魔法少女になりたかったのね。
I see, you want to be a magical girl too, huh?
けどごめんなさい、無理なものは無理なの。人間には適材適所って言葉があるのよ。
Sorry. What's impossible is impossible. There's a saying to place the right person in the right place, you know?
けどなんとかしてあげる。うん。イリアちゃんは少年が黒一色だから敵役のドイチェンブルマーとか地獄ティーゲルゲンスイなんかいいんじゃ。
But I work something out for you. Yeah, you have an evil personality. So I think you make a good enemy. Like German Jim Shorts or Admiral Helltiger.
誰がそんな色物キャラやるか。
Who would play such a weird character?
ちょっとバルハラに行け酔いどれティーゲル。
Hurry and go to Valhalla, you drunk tiger.
ライバル登場の予感。
Ah, I have a feeling we have a new rival. What the fuck? Oh. Huh? We can get away? I thought it would put me back to the... what you call it? Doesn't, right? Or does it? I guess I run away. Run away. No, it doesn't.
無駄よ。あなた程度の力じゃ何をしても私からは逃げられないわ。
How do I fast forward again? Oh no, it's fast rewind, sorry.
また会えると
I
は思っ
think
て
I
いた
just
けど、こんなに早く会えるなんてね。
load the last
それは
thing.
こちらのセリフよ。その傷ならしばらくは動けないと踏んでいたのだけれど、
We
思っていた以上の坊やだったわけね。
this
あなたは。
spot. Because it just happened again, right? Oh, why is... Oh. Every time it loads so loud. Meet up with Tosaka. They said I should do it, so I'm doing that. Meet up with Tosaka. He told me to withdraw now. If I'm going to refuse and fight, I need to let her know. But I won't withdraw on my own, and that we will still cooperating. And I can't let her fight by herself. I owe her big time. I can't sit down until I repay her for that. And she always screws up at the most crucial moment. She's so unreliable. I can't let her be alone. I adjust the bag on my shoulder. I'm aware that I won't be of much help, and that she will object. But I can't obtain peace of mind until I see Tosaka's face. This is hypothetical, but if she gets hurt without me knowing, I can't even be there to help her. Yeah. I sit down on a bench and rest my burning body. It's past noon. I've searched all around Shinto, but I haven't found anything. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I didn't think I would find nothing. I knew that I had no way to find Tosaka from the start. I tested my luck and looked around town, but I couldn't find her, even one trace of her. The other masters aren't coming out either. I guess there's no need to even attack me now, but I have no command spells. I take a deep breath and lean back onto the backrest. Don't get anywhere like this. Osaka isn't naive enough to show her tail. And my last resort to use myself as a decoy to lure out the master has faced failing so far. I get a bit uneasy. I can't find Tosaka. I can't save Saber. They might already be in an irreparable situation by the time I find them. It's still noon. I won't let that happen so easily. I stand up from a bench. I ignore my left shoulder that starts heating up again and leave the park. I search on one more time from the start. There's no doubt that she's in Shinto. It's the same as last night. I don't know why, but I can instinctively feel that he is around here. It's not as uncertain as a premonition, but close to a conviction. Another interlude. When did I figure out the truth of that dream? The desert as far as I can see. The infinite swords stuck in the ground do not have a wielder. The sky is stormy, and there's no forest or town or ocean in the far horizon. A lot of swords that continues endlessly. A graveyard of steel that has no user or owner. I realized from the start. That was the scenery inside the hero's mind. Oh, they're hitting us with an explanation. Oh. After a sequence of many events, one who becomes a heroic spirit ends up in that place. So, person A becomes a hero and dies. When they move to the throne of heroes, it is removed from the time axis cycle of reincarnation. That happens in the past. There are those who left this world, loved by many people, and those who left this world, being praised as noble kings. There are those who died in battle wishing to fight, and those who pass on after leading a long, fulfilling life. However, there seems to be many who are praised against their will. If true heroes are those who legitimately earned their titles, and these are different heroes, they should be called Avenger, the anti-hero, that ended up in that place because of their reversed fate. Ooh. For those who have not played Fate in Order or watched anything from lore-wise, there are more servant classes, and one of them is Avenger. I guess that is how they become Avengers, because I never understood it myself really, or don't remember the explanation. Those who are in the opposite position as heroes get worshipped as heroes as a result. Even those are treated as heroic spirits, who both hate and are hated by humans, and used as guardians. But he is in gray area. He's not a true hero, nor a rare avenger. His efforts are unwarranted, and his life ended in betrayal. But he never hated humans, until the very end. But that too wore away. Yes, he must have gotten worn out. I was mistaken. Heroic spirits, familiars called servants, positioned as guardians, counterforce of humanity. They are summoned to various ages and prevent the destruction of a world. But the only condition they have is destruction caused by humans. Destruction caused by nature and external factors are not solved by the counterforce of humanity, but by that of the world. That is why the only thing that heroic spirits who become guardians see is self-destruction. An extensive existence only to eliminate destruction created from human desire. He made a contract with the world to save humans and become a hero. In return, he became a guardian after his death, and was shown humanity's self-destruction over and over again. He was summoned as a heroic spirit to save people, yet he has been forced to clean up after people's misconduct. It did not take long for him to start thinking. That was in vain, and he couldn't help despising the human world. And in the end, even after he died, kept on getting betrayed by the ideal that he protected.
Rin, どうした? 立ちくらみか?
Rin, what happened? Do you feel dizzy? Rin Tosaka wakes up, being called upon suddenly. He slowly looks around. This is a foreigner cemetery. It is only past 7 p.m, but it's deserted. Well, the hill where the church stands is always deserted.
ごめん、寝てた。少し疲れてるみたい。
Sorry, I was sleeping. I seem to be a bit tired.
無理もない。昨夜から不眠だったからな。体調が優れないのならば、見合わすか。何も今すぐ仕掛けることはない。
It is understandable. You have not slept since last night. If you are not feeling well, shall we postpone this? There's no need to attack right now.
いいえ、時間はかけられない。キャスターの居場所が分かったんなら、ここで決着をつけるべきよ。
No, we can't take our time. We found out where Caster is, so we should settle this now. Rin declares and notices that her body is warm. It must be because her familiar archer had protected her from a cold with his cloak.
なんだ、寝てるって気がついてたんじゃないあなた。なのに起こさないなんて人が悪いわね。
You realized I was asleep? It's rude for you not to wake me up.
何? 立ったまま眠る人間にはそうお目にかかれないのでね。
Well,
珍しさでつい観察してしまった。
Well, I do not see many people sleeping while standing. I had to observe since it was so rare.
ますますたちが悪い。女の子の寝顔を見るなんて何様よあんた。
It's even worse. Who are you to be staring at a girl's sleeping face?
安心したまえ。誓ってそのような無礼はしていない。
Do not worry. I swear that I have not done such a rude thing.
だが別のものは聞いたな。目は閉じようと思えば閉じられるが、耳はそうはいかないのでな。
But I did hear something. I can close my eyes if I try, but that does not work for my ears.
そう。私、何か言ってた？あーちゃん。
I see. Did I say something, Archer?
ああ、気に食わないだの、頭にくるだの。実に物騒なささやきを数件。
Yeah, you have muttered several unsettling things. Like how you were displeased and pissed off.
なんだ。よかった。
Oh, okay. Rin sighs with relief. The dream that she just saw cannot be discussed. You can't have Archer know about it. She likes their relationship. In order to maintain that, she must hide the fact that she knows Archer's past.
行きましょう、あーちゃん。教会なら少しは詳しいわ。あそこならどこに隠れているか見当ぐらいつく。
Let's go, Archer. I know a bit about church. I have an idea of where she may be hiding. He brushes away Archer's cloak and stands up. Archer protects her back silently. Then,
ねえ、あーちゃん。自分のやってきたことを後悔したことってある？
hey Archer, have you ever regretted what you have done? She asks without turning around.
私はできれば最後までしたくない。本当に打ちのめされた時にも歯を食いしばって意地を張り続けたい。
If possible, I don't want to until the end. Even when I've already been beaten, I want to grit my teeth and be stubborn.
けど、それって難しいんでしょうね。きっと私が考えている以上に。
But I bet that's hard. Harder than I can imagine, I suppose.
個人差があるな、その手の精神論は。
That kind of idealism depends on the person.
できる者もいれば、できない者もいる。とりわけ、君は前者だ。その手の人間は、まず過ちなど起こさないし、自らの過ちなど考えることもない。
There are some who can, and some who can't. You are the former. Those kinds of people do not make any mistakes, and do not think about their own mistakes.
何よ。それじゃあ私が傍若無人な暴君みたいじゃない。
Hey, you make it sound like I'm some kind of brazen tyrant.
いい自己認識だ、リン。
That is good self-awareness, Rin.
鮮やかな人間というものは、人より眩しいものを言う。
A vibrant person shines brighter than others.
そういった手合いにはな、歯を食いしばる時などないのだ。
Those kinds of people never grit their teeth.
で、試験だが、君は間違いなくその手合いだ。遠坂凛は、最後まであっさりと自分の道を信じられる。
So this is my personal opinion, but you are definitely one of those people. Rin Tosaka believes in her own path until the end. The knight in the red cloak says, as if singing. Rin blushes at his answer and asks her main question to him without looking back.
じゃああなたは最後まで自分が正しいって信じられる？
Then what about you? Do you believe that you are correct until the very end?
いや、申し訳ないが、その質問は無意味だな。
I'm sorry, but that question is meaningless.
どうしてよ。答えられないことじゃないでしょ、こんなの。
Why? That's not something you can't answer, right? Her voice is slightly nervous. To that.
最後までという質問が無意味だ。
The until the very end part is meaningless.
忘れたのか、マスター。
Did you forget, Master?
私の最後は、とうの昔に終わっている。
My final moment ended long ago. The Red Knight answers in a dry voice. Man. I sigh and lean against the sign. I searched around until the sunset, and the only thing I found out was how useless I am. Ugh. The wound on my left shoulder is aching. I don't know if it's because my bandages is getting loose, or if the wound itself opened up. Anyway, I can't waste any more time. If I can't find a certain lead, then I end up just like last night. Jeez, where could she be? I recall when I parted ways with her last night. It's been a day already since she told me exactly what was on her mind, like how I can't fight without Saber, or how I should escape to the church. Oh yeah, the church. There is a lead. I thought about it when I went out to town this morning. The supervisor of a Holy Grey War. The priest at the church on the hill should know about Tosaka's whereabouts. It's irritating to go ask him for help. But now, it's not the time to be picky. No. Whether I like him or not, I should go see that priest. He says he is a priest, but there's something unsettling about him. That tells me Kiriko Tomino is a man that fundamentally shouldn't be approached. I don't want to have to ask him for his advice, if possible, but he's the only one I can rely on. It's just once. That shouldn't be a problem. I tell myself and move my aching body. It's 7 p.m. I walk to the train station for 20 minutes. The church stands in the suburbs, away from a noisy town. It's been 9 days since I last went up this hill. However, considering the fact that I've never come here prior to that, I'm coming here quite often now. To be honest, I don't like that church. Maybe more than Kiriko Tomino. The church itself is forbidden territory that should not be approached. The fire 10 years ago. It's because the church, which looked after the children that became orphans, causes me to recall that incident from 10 years ago. I finish going up the hill and go out into the open grounds. I suddenly get a headache. It's not because of my left shoulder's wound. The wound is causing me to have a fever, but it shouldn't give me this stabbing headache. My temple hurts. I lose myself and feel a chill, as if my body is going to split in half, like a shedding insect. This is weird. I thought my headache has... I fight through my headache and start running. Because of this hunch I have had since yesterday. The unknown feeling that Tosaka is in Shinto. It has expanded to the max and is causing this headache. And there's no doubt that something is going on in there. There's a bloodstain on the floor. The traces of blood vertically continue up the door to the back of a church. No, that's not it. It's not continuing into the back, but it seems like it's coming out from the back. It bothers me, but now is not the time for that. The bloodstains mean that someone is hurt. And this much true. Their life must be in danger. I feel sharp pain in my head. A dull heaviness settles into my body. I ignore them as I take out my bamboo sword and start walking quietly. Tosaka, are you there? Nobody replies. The air is tense. I feel like all the windows in the church would shatter if I raised my voice. I follow the traces of blood. The bloodstains are in the crevices of a building. I continue to the dark staircase that you would miss if you didn't know about it. Stairs that lead underground. I didn't know this place had a basement. This is a church, so could it be a mausoleum? I can't afford to be leisurely wandering right now. I exercise utmost caution and step into the darkness. I descend in the darkness. There's a dim light at the end of the stairs. I hold my breath and move forward, using only the light below as a guide. A narrow corridor ends, and I come out to an open space. It's a spacious stone chamber. The stair along the wall stretches down to the sanctuary. Yeah, stairs lead to an open space. It seems like the sanctuary. And there is one I had been looking for, Rin Tosaka. Tosaka is confronting the enemy in front of her, with Archer protecting her. In front of the altar are two silhouettes. It doesn't even have to be said. The mage in the purple robe, Caster, and her master Kuozuki. And the altar behind them. There's Saber, who is looking down and panting painfully. My heart skips a beat. The pulse is clearly beating at a much faster rate. The situation is obvious. The two pairs of master and servants confronting each other in the sanctuary about 5 meters below. They haven't noticed me hiding overhead, as they try to as they are too occupied. Osaka and Caster are both thinking ahead, looking for an opening to attack. To lock up in a situation like this would not be allowed. My heart beats even faster. My headache is constant, and I feel an intense pain in my shoulder, as if it's been seared by a hot iron. I can't keep my presence hidden forever in this state. Master or Kuzuki, if one of them looks up, even just one bit, will notice me hiding. I go out and give Tosaka an opening now. Not yet. I can't act so recklessly. That's probably a Tiger Dojo outcome if I choose one of these. But I'm not sure which one is going to give me the Tiger Dojo. If I go out, I give Tosaka an opening now. I mean, no one would think about it right now. But I don't know how much of an opening Shirou will be in this condition. And I think it's just best to lay down for a while. So I go in and give Tosaka an opening now for the Tiger Dojo scene. Now's the chance. It's not just an unexpected intrusion. Tosaka and Archer, Caster and Kuozuki. If their powers are equal, then even I can be of help. I can't let Archer take care of Caster. But if I can stop Kuozuki even a little, Tosaka can shoot him from a distance. I can't let
シロ
take her. Idiot Shirou? I run down the stairs. I have strengthened the bamboo sword in my hand. I obviously subdued by pain from my wound. Tosaka aside, I can't let Caster and the others know that I'm injured.
本気なんだってこんなところにいるのよあんたは
Are you serious? Why are you here? What are you saying? You're the one who said to go to the church. I didn't think I came across such a bad situation either. Tosaka bits her tongue. It spits in spite of herself. Alright, I said it on a whim. But it seems like I was able to convince Tosaka more than I expected. Anyway, I'm going to help. I should be of use in this situation, right? Complain after we defeat Caster. I cautiously approach Kurozuki so that I can protect Tosaka.
たわけめ。おとなしく覗いているだけなら、お前もリーも助かったものを。
You fool. You and Rin would have survived if you had just watched quietly. Huh? He mutters to himself as if he has given up. Before I realize what that means.
キャスター、これで3対3だ。文句はなかろう。セーバーを出せ。
Oh yeah. Esther. This makes 3 against 3. You should have no complaint. Get Saber. What? Saber's bindings are released. The blonde girl that was crucified falls powerless to the ground and...
そんなセイバーはまだ支配できていないのに
No way. Saber shouldn't be under control yet.
ええ、ですからレイジを使ってあなたたちを殺すように命じたのよ。マスターの命令ですもの。使いたくはなかったけど、使うしかないでしょ。
Yes, that is why I used my command spell and ordered her to kill you all. It was my command as a master. I didn't want to use it, but I have to, right? Saber stands up. Her body is covered with silver armor, and her hands is a golden sword that I've never seen before.
まったく、やってくれたわね、坊や。おかげで残るレイジは一つだけ。これは保身用のものだから、セイバーにはもう無理強いができなくなった。
Good grief, you got me, boy. I only have one command spell left. This is for my protection, so I cannot force Saber to do things anymore.
聖杯を永久にしようという私の算段はこれでおしまいよ。あとはただ一度きりの望みとやらを叶えるだけになったけど。
My plan to make the Holy Grail eternal is now foiled. Now I can only make one wish come true, but...
その前にせめてここで楽しませてもらうわ。
But before that, I shall at least have some fun.
さあ、セイバー。私の望みを台無しにしてくれたこの子たちに本当の力を見せてあげなさい。
Now, Saber, show your true powers to the kids who ruined my wish. Saber, holding her golden sword, steps toward us. Now that things have come to this, Archer is silent. Instead of telling Tosaka to run away, he stands in front of Saber. That is final act of loyalty from the knight who understands that he can protect his master, no matter what he does. Saber and Caster ready their attack. There's no way to counterattack, nor is it time to run away. How can a mere human defend against it when there's only an instant of life expectancy left, and even Archer has abandoned all hope? Saber and Caster, the two servants bound by command spells, mercilessly swing their weapons. Where? That is not as gruesome as I have imagined. Oh, they cut out the end of it too, or did they just guess blasted by the noble phantasm?
奥様こんにちは。
What Tiger Dojo do we have now? Hello, madam.
誰にも言えないあなたのお悩みを解決するフジモンタの人生相談の時間です。
It is time for the life consulter, Monta Fujine, to resolve all your secret problems.
今日のお客様はこちら。
Here is today's guest.
冬木市竜道寺在住キャスターかっこ亀井さん28歳かっこ推定です。
Caster, pseudonym. 28 years old, estimate. Living in Ryudo Temple in Fuyuki City.
こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。
Hello, nice to meet you. The voice has been changed to for protection of privacy.
おやおや、これはまた美人さんだ。
Oh my, you are beautiful.
どうしたの奥さん。あなたほどの美人なら悩みなんてないでしょう。
What is wrong, madam? Someone as beautiful as you shouldn't have any problems.
それがどうも私目立ってないというか、他の6人に比べて地味だとかキャラが立ってないとか年間とか言われて。
Well, I don't really stand out. People say that I'm playing compared to other 6 characters, and my character is poorly developed, and I'm too old.
ああ、そりゃ大変だ。
Oh, that's terrible.
何キャスターさん。職業占い師って書いてあるけど。
It says here that you are a fortune teller, caster.
はい。本当は家事に専念してあったかい家庭を築きたいんです。夫を楽にしてあげたい一心で復職したんですけど、職場でもいじめられてしまって。
Yes, I actually want to be a housewife and raise a loving family. I returned to work in hopes of making things easier for my husband, but I'm also being bullied at work.
私どうしたらいいでしょう。変わりたい。
What should I do? I want to change.
私もっと愛らしいキャラに変わりたいんです。
I want to become a cuter character.
そりゃ無理でしょう。
That's impossible.
初期段階ではキャスターハイパー化でロリッコになんて落書きもありましたが、ロリッコは一人で十分。
In the pre-production phase, there was a scribble that said Caster turns into a Lolita with hyperpower. But 1 liter is enough. What do you mean? A lily form or what? Like we have in Fate? Fate Go?
愛らしいキャラになるのは諦めなさい。
Give up on your hopes of being a cute character.
そうですよね。私もそんな気はしてたんです。
Yeah.
このままだと辛くて。
You're right, I had a feeling myself. But it's just hard like this.
私一生懸命やってるんですよ。主人に負担をかけないようこっそり貯蓄を作っていろいろな用心棒を雇って街中に監視カメラを仕掛けましたの。
I'm trying my best. I secretly saved up, hired a guard, and set up surveillance cameras all over town so that I wouldn't burden my husband.
なのに主人は私の苦労をねぎらってもくれませんし、この間なんて突然やってきた子たちに計画を台無しにされてしまって。
Yet my husband does not appreciate my hard work, and just the other day, these kids suddenly came to ruin my plan.
私こんなに頑張ってるのに全く報われないんです。
I'm trying this hard, but I'm not getting reward for it.
藤本さん、こんな私ですが幸せになれるでしょうか。
Monta Fuji, can someone like me find happiness?
ダメ。
No.
キャスターさん、そりゃあんたが悪いよ。
It's your fault, Caster.
そんなこんなところでも虐待されるなんて。私って一体。
No way. I'm mistreated even here? What am I?
よし、もう飽きた。これにて一件落着。
Alright, I'm bored now. This case is settled.
以上、富士モンタの人生相談でした。
This is all from Task Fuji's live consoling. Wait, did I save you? No, it doesn't matter. Not yet, I can't act so recklessly. I hold my breath. I push my body against the wall and watch while keeping myself hidden. It's still too early. It's too reckless to attack when I don't yet have a grasp of what kind of situation it is. More importantly, I don't have much at hand. Only weapon I have is a strengthened bamboo sword. It's too reckless to confront Caster with only this weapon, and without a plan. No, that's wrong. I do have another weapon. No way. What am I thinking? I can't use projection. My body gets numb if I just by using it just once. Roger said so too, but I end up worse if I use it again. Magecraft beyond one's capabilities destroys the users first. If I use projections Magecraft in this state, it's only natural that I die on the spot. The chance will come. For now, I just have to suppress my body. It wants to run out and prepare for that chance.
そう。なら、キレイは殺したわけ。
I see. So you killed Kirei? There's only intent to kill in her tense voice. Osaka is glaring at the enemy in front of her, with a coldness I have never seen before.
ええ、始末したわ。素直に聖杯を差し出す人間でもなさそうでしたからね。後々になって邪魔をされても困るもの。
Yes, I got rid of him. He did not seem like the type of person that would amenably hand me the Holy Grail. It would be troublesome if he got in the way later on. On the other hand, Caster is composed. The witch declares loudly as she has killed him herself. A gritting sound echoes through the sanctuary. That man was more like the devil than a saint to me. But to Tosaka, that priest was a fellow senior apprentice. And he was killed. Even if he was involved and prepared as a mage, it's not something she can take in so easily.
そう。それは結構。キレイもそれぐらいは覚悟していたでしょう。けどキャスター、一つ聞くけど、あいつの死体は確認した？
I see. That is fine. Kiri should have been prepared for such a thing. But Caster, let me ask you one thing. Did you check his corpse? I don't know if she was suppressing her anger, or if I was mistaken, and she had held no anger from the start. Tosaka's question as if it doesn't concern her, and Caster dodges her question, completely changing.
何を言い出すかと思えば、そのようなこと、あなたには関係ないでしょ？
What are you saying? That has nothing to do with you.
ええ、全くないわ。けど他人事でもない。あいつが本当に死んだんなら安心できるから確認しただけよ。
No, it doesn't. But it's not totally unrelated to me. I just wanted to make it sure, since I'll be relieved if he is really dead.
それはどういう意味かしら、お嬢さん。
What do you mean by that, young lady?
言葉通りの意味よ、キャスター。
Just as it sounds, Caster.
あいつがそう簡単に死ぬ玉かっての。 もしはっきりと死体を確認していないんじゃ、まず間違いなく生きているって思っただけ。
As if he is the type to die that easily. I just thought that he's definitely alive if you didn't clearly check the corpse.
使えないわね、あなたも。どうせ綺麗を襲うならしっかりきっかり息の根を止めておけっていうのよ。
You use this too. If you're going to attack Kirei, you should at least make sure he's dead.
まあいいわ。やることもできたし、早めに済ませましょう、キャスター。今回は人質もいないし、気持ちよく戦えるわ。
Whatever. I have something to do now. So let's get this over with Caster. There's no hostage this time, so we can fight freely. The sync needs to start. Tosaka or Caster. If either of them steps forward, the sanctuary will immediately be covered in flames of magecraft.
大きく出たわね。あなた、この状況で私たちに勝てるつもりなのかしら？
You talk big. Do you think that you can win against us in this situation?
やりようによってはね。幸いセイバーの制御もまだのようだし、条件は同じでしょ。
It depends on how I do it. Fortunately, it seems like you haven't controlled Saber yet, so the conditions are the same.
それに、久月先生のことも分かってる。セイバーは面食らってたけど、事前に知っていれば私のアーチャーの出来じゃないわ。
And I know about Mr. Koizuki. Saber was taken by surprise, but he's no match for Archer now that we've watched him fight. Tosaka gestures towards Archer while staring at Caster.
聞いての通りよ、アーチャー。
You heard it, Archer.
キャスターの相手は私がする。下手に近づくと、あんたまで契約破りを食らいかねないから。
I'll take on Caster. She might break your contract too if you get too close to her.
私の相手はあの男か。
So my opponent is that man.
それは構わないが、魔術師ではキャスターにはかなわないと分かっているのか、リン。
I don't mind, but do you understand that a mage is no match for a caster, Rin?
安心して、勝ち目もないことは言い出さないわ。
Don't worry. I wouldn't suggest anything I didn't have a chance at winning.
キャスターは必ずここで倒す。そうすればセイバーだって元に戻ってシローと契約をし直せるでしょ。
I'll defeat Caster here for sure. And Saber can go back to normal. And Shirou can make a contract with her again, right? Tosaka gets ready to fight. I feel a sense of urgency, like a wild animal about to attack its prey. As if to stop that.
理想論だな。彼女をここで倒すというのは難しい。
That's wishful thinking. But it'd be difficult to defeat her here.
逃げるだけならば彼女は当代一だ。何しろ逃亡のために実の弟すら八つ咲きにする女だからな。
She is the expert at running away. She even tore apart her own younger brother for the sake of escaping. Archer nonchalantly steps in between Tosaka and Caster.
アーチャー、ちょっと何のつもりよ。
Archer, what are you doing? Does not answer Tosaka. The Red Knight confronts Caster silently, just like last time. That scenery. I think I remember seeing it somewhere.
実の弟すら八つ咲きにしたですって。
Tore apart my own younger brother, you said?
知ったような口を聞くのね、アーチャー。あなたには私の正体が分かっていて。
You talk as if you know me, Archer. Do you know my true identity?
竜の葉をよりしろとした人型はコルキス王の魔術と聞く。
I hear that humanoid spirits bound to dragon fangs were King Koishi's magecraft?
その娘、王女メディアは希代の魔女と謳われたそうだが、
I hear that his daughter, Princess Medea, was famed to be an extraordinary witch. Bear freezes. As his composure disappears, and enmity, like fire, is directed at Archer.
そ
Yes.
うならこの場はどちらが優勢かわかるでしょ
Then you should know which of one of us is at an advantage, right? Archer does not answer. His expression is stony, as if he is accepting everything that is happening, as if there is no good or evil.
抵抗は無駄よアーチャー
Resistance is pointless, Archer.
あなたが何者だろうとセイバーを取り戻すことはできない今はまだ私に逆らう意志が残ってるけどそれもあと一日持つかどうか
You cannot take Saber back, no matter who you may be. She still has the will to go against me, but that should not last for another day.
それに霊樹さえ使ってしまえば今すぐにだって私の人形にしてしまえるわ
Besides, I can make her into my puppet now if I use my command spell. I strain to keep myself from getting up. Not yet. Even if that's true, I need to endure. If I want to save Saber, I can't jump out now.
たとえレイジを使われてもセイバーなら耐えられるわそれが1分か2分かは知らない
Saber will be able to withstand it, even if you use a command spell. I don't know if it will be a minute or two.
けどそれだけあれば十分にあなたを仕留められるんじゃない
But it should be enough to beat you. Kesa and Tosaka glare at each other, using Archer as a fulcrum. Standing in between them.
不可能だな。ここでお前を切り伏せようが、せいぜいその半身を立つ程度。
That's impossible. Even if we attack you, you can only take away half of your powers at most.
その後に待つのは、セイバーとキャスターを同時に敵に回すという劣勢だけだろう。
What awaits us is a disadvantageous situation where we would be fighting both you and Saber. Yes, he defined his own master's expectations.
あーちゃそれは
Archer, that is...
分かっているはずだ、リン。さすがにそうなっては勝ち目がない。
You should know, Rin. You have no chance at winning if that happens.
セイバーは不完全なマスターのために能力を制限されていた。その縛りがなくなった以上、彼女は最強のサーバントだ。太刀打ちできるのはバーサーカーのみだろうよ。
Saber's abilities were limited because of her incompetent master. Now that she does not have that limitation anymore, she is the strongest servant. Only Berserker can match her. He speaks in a matter-of-fact manner. Osaka stares at Archer, stunned. Even Caster is puzzled by her sensible enemy. But not me. I've experienced something similar like this before. GB. Bad feeling occupies my thoughts. That time at the temple, when we were confronting Caster and she told him to join her. How did he turn her down? Don't. I'm out of it without realizing. Don't do it. It's not because of the situation, not because the situation will get worse. You're Tosaka's partner. So don't do it. If that happens, I don't know what kind of expression she'll make. Archer steps forward. He is only empty-handed. He steps forward without any enmity or intent to kill and...
恨むなよ、小僧。
Don't resent me, Brett.
こうなっては、こうする以外に道はなかろう。
There's no other option at this point, right? He looks and smiles at me as if he's noticed me that I was speaking.
さてキャスター、一つ尋ねるが、お前の許容量にまだ空きはあるのだろうな。
Well, Caster, let me ask you one thing. Do you have room for one more servant?
あーちゃん、あんた。
Archer, you... Caster laughs like it's the funniest thing she has heard, and Archer's back is like steel. At that Tosaka doesn't look away. It should be fine for her to break down at a time like this, but she tries her best to act strong and she clenches her teeth.
当然よ。一人と言わず、すべてのサーバントを扱えるだけの貯蔵はあるわ。私の魔力がどこから補充されているかは知っているでしょ?
Yes, of course. I have a capacity for not one ally. Not only one. But to handle all servants. You know where I am replenishing my magical energy from, right? Magical energy that allows her to sustain seven servants. It is a life being pumped from the people of his town.
ならば話は早い。以前の話、受けることにするよ、キャスター。
Then this should be easy. I shall accept that offer you made before, Caster. He holds out his hand to Caster and says, I thought I was going to break down. I can't forgive him for betraying Tosaka and for approving of Caster and joining her. A hero. Even if the hero that saved many people and embodied my ideas is a man like that.
あの時は断ったのに。随分と腰が軽いのね、あなたは。
Even though you turned it down that time, you act rather quickly.
状況が変わった。
The situation changed.
セイバーがそちらについたのなら、今回の聖杯戦争の勝機はお前にある。勝てる方につくのは当然の行為だろう。
The saber is on your side. You have a chance of winning this Holy Way War. It's a natural course of action to go on the winning side, right? Archer walks to Caster, defenseless. That means he's leaving Tosaka. Tosaka doesn't stop him and stares at the enemy in front of her, on full alert. I recognize her appearance. The red classroom. She tried to hide her shaking legs and continue to be Rin Tosaka, even with a collapsed student in front of her. That is her strength and weakness. She always tries to act brave in any situation, so those around her get the wrong idea that she's a strong person.
さあ、契約破りを使ってくれ。リンにはまだ令状が残っているからな。早くしなければお前に襲いかかってしまうぞ。
Now, use your contract breaker. Rin still has her command spells. She will attack you if you don't hurry. His banter doesn't change. He betrayed Tosaka in front of her, yet he's still acting like before. She must have felt wariness towards the opponent. Caster takes out the oddly shaped dagger, but does not try to stab Archer with it.
どうした？労せずして忠実な部下が手に入るのだ。
What is it? You are able to obtain a loyal subordinate without effort.
何をためらう必要がある？
Why do you need to hesitate?
どうかしら。 私は裏切り者を信用しない。あなたの言葉が正しいのなら、コマはセイバーだけでいいのではなくて？
I don't know about that. I do not trust traitors. If your words are correct, then isn't Saber the only piece I need?
裏切り者を信用しないか。
You don't trust traitors, huh?
確かに。私はお前をも裏切るかもしれん。私は私のためにお前に下るのだからな。お前を主と認めたわけではない。だが、
If it is true that I may betray you, I'm going to on your side for my own sake. I have not accepted you as my master, but
霊樹とは裏切り者を罰するためにあるでしょ。
command spells are to punish traitors, right?
いいわ。あなた一人を御し得ないようでは、私の器も知れるというもの。もとよりあなたの宝具には興味があったことだし、思惑にはまってあげましょう。
Fine. I need to prove to the world that I am great enough to take you in. I was interested in your noble phantasm from the start, so I shall go with your plan. Caster raises her arm. The dagger in her hand that breaks contracts is thrust at Archer's chest in a single line. Tosaka grimaces. It must have been a reaction to having the contract broken by force. But this isn't the time to be hesitating, or something like that. It has become the worst possible situation. Tosaka slightly retreats, still staring at them. Tosaka is calm. She understands that it would not do no good to fight them now. If she wants to keep on fighting, she has to retreat for now. But there are 6 meters between Tosaka and the stairs. Is it possible for her to run and that distance all at once? It's impossible. It's obvious looking from above. Uzuki has been silent up to now. Focuses his attention toward Tosaka. If she turns around and sprints full speed, would she be able to reach the stairs and get to the exit while dodging Kuzuki? Tosaka snorts, still staring at them. Her face. Of course, that's impossible. Seems to be muttering that sarcastically. She'll die. She'll be killed like this. If I try to help her, I also won't be able to go back. There are just a few steps below me. Below me is the land of death. The master called Kuzuki and 2 enemy servants. There's no way I'd get out of here alive. My throat is dry. My fingers are frozen from nervousness. It's all or nothing, even before I can think. Tosaka moves. She runs towards the stairs at the speed of an arrow without any warning. Behind her, the slim figure shadow catches up to her at a speed that makes Tosaka look stagnant. Uzuki's fists will most likely hit the back of Tosaka's head. He is the one who hurt Saber through her armor. It would be easy for him to crush the human skull. I can't save her. I can't help her by myself. I can't save her just with his bamboo sword. I'll die if I go out. I'll die if I go out. I'll die if I go out. Yeah. Why wouldn't I want to save her? I mean, she may have an ace up her sleeve. Yes, she probably has like a lot of jewels or something. But he's stingy, I guess. So I guess we go help her. I jump down. I don't even bother using the stairs. I jump down right beyond Tosaka from a height of 5 meters without knowing it. But that's it. My bamboo sword is crushed by Kyosuke's fists that try to hit the back of Tosaka's head. Everyone opens their eyes wide in astonishment to a Ventura. Except for one enemy, who reacts if it's natural. There's no hesitation. It does not matter for this man who the opponent is. There are no emotions towards Shirou Emiya, who appeared out of nowhere. The Grim Reaper is nailed to thrust. There's no way to avoid it. My neck will break like a stem. How unsightly. It's meaningless if I won't even last 2 seconds. Just like this, I won't be able to do anything, not even help Tosaka. No. I've had a way out from the start. I can prepare numerous things to block the attack. If I'm a mage, and this is not my body that does battle, it's none other than my magecraft creations. Trace on. And make it. Success is a matter of course. Reconstruction doesn't start from a basic framework. Danger. Read the origin itself, from the concepts and the creator's thoughts, expectations, morals, and faith. Danger. That is why it's not reconstruction, but projection. It's an equal shadow cast by the true object. Danger. It does not matter how great it works, how great the work is. If something has been accomplished once, there should be no problem recreating it. Rampage. There's another problem. Yes, the problem is the problem. What? The problem is the body cannot keep up with the function. My body is burning. Every call in me ignites my nerves to let out agonizing cries. My retains crack and dry up, and my heartbeat disappears. I ignore my body's order to stop. I omit the process of creation. The basic framework, the quality of the composition materials, the technique necessary for creating, the experience for being dependent on, the accumulated years in one breath, and create Kansho and Bakuya. My whole body burns. To use projection right now would mean to die. Shirou is Emiya's body. Cannot bear such abnormal use of magecraft. My head ignores that and gets ahead of itself, and therefore my body will perish. But there's no way that can be a problem. No, can't be. I'll die if I create a sword? No way. This body is a magic circuit specialized for a purpose alone. I've been held by swords and have lived with swords. Therefore, I don't know about others, but there's no way I would self-destruct over something like creating a sword. Got an achievement. I repel it. The weapons in my hands are the same, and the enemies I'm confronting is the same. Kanshu and Bakuya are in my hands. The reproduced archer's noble phantasm repels Kuzuki's fist once again. It stopped. Kuzuki must have figured out that it would turn out as last time, as he slightly distances himself. My lung explodes. The breath I've been holding bursts out of my mouth. I can't feel my left shoulder. My wound has completely opened up, and the blood stains not only my bandage but my clothes as well. It's not from the damage of projection. 2 blows. My left arm is destroyed just from repelling Kuzuki's fist twice. If I receive one more blow, I bet a strange scene would unfold, where my shoulders won't dislocate and my arm flew off, even though I got punched by a fist. I can't possibly reveal my internal conduction. I project Tosaka's back while readying my sword. But Tosaka...
バカしろあんた、なんだってこんなところに来てんのよ
Ichichiro, why are you here? They stopped and is very attacking me. I'm relieved. My choice wasn't wrong. I'm glad that her kindness, that's hard to understand, isn't gone. No, now's not the time for that. It's too early to tell if my choice was right or not. We have to get out of here, unwounded. Sorry. Complain to me later, Tosaka. I'll listen once I catch my breath. So let's do something about Archer and them right now. Tosaka nods without a word and gets ready for battle.
手を出すと分かってはいたが、まさか飛び降りるとは思わなかった。
I knew you would interfere, but I did not think you would jump down. Kuzuki is watching us with his fists ready to fight. He has no intention of letting us go. We are glaring at each other so that we don't let each other go. If either Tosaka or I move, he should react right away. But I can't be leisurely standing by. The wound on my shoulder is getting worse by the second. I'm losing concentration as I lose my blood. My body wasn't going to last to start with. If we're going to run away, we have to run away as soon as possible. But we can't run away that easily. If I move, Kuzuki will obviously react. If he does, Tosaka will be the first one to be killed. I need to defeat Kuzuki to let Tosaka get away. But I don't have the power to defeat Kuzuki, and Kuzuki isn't the only enemy. Behind Kuzuki is Caster, and the traitor Archer. Well, worst comes to worst, Saber might also become our enemy. Was there no exit to start with? There's no miracle where we can escape this devastating situation. I would want Tosaka to escape at the very least, but even that would require so much luck that it makes me disgusted.
そこまでのようね。あなたの乱入には驚いたけど、結果は変わらないわ。
That's it. I was surprised by your intrusion, but the outcome will not change.
ええ、その顔では諦めもついたようだし。出てきたということは、殺されてもいいということよね。
Yes. It looks like you have given up too. You came out, so you don't mind dying, right, boy?
ここでおしまいにしてあげるわ。生かしておいても面倒でしょうし、ここでまとめて。
I shall end it here for you. It would be troublesome to let you live, so... She's coming. I can only resist with all my might at this point. So I stand in front of Tosaka, putting strength into the twin swords. An intent to kill is released, right before it reaches us.
いいや。待て、キャサー。
No, wait, caster. Red Knight takes a hold of the atmosphere in the emotionless voice. In an emotionless voice.
あーちゃん、この場での発言権がないことぐらい読み取ってると思ったけど。
Archer, I thought you knew that you don't have a right to say anything here.
いや、言い忘れていたことがあった。お前の軍門に下るには、一つだけ条件をつけたい。
Well, there was something I forgot to say. I would like to add just one condition to submit you.
条件ですって？
A condition?
ああ、無抵抗でお前に自由を差し出したのだ。
Yeah, I offered my freedom to you without resistance.
その代償として、この場では奴らを見逃してやれ。
As compensation, let them go.
どの道マスターとしては機能しない者たちだ。殺す価値はないだろう。
In any case, they are useless as masters. There is no merit to killing them. A suggestion as tough it doesn't as though it doesn't concern him. Tosaka gazes at him intently.
見逃せですって？言動の割には甘いのね、あなた。
Let them go? You are rather good-natured despite your actions.
私とて人の子だ。さすがに裏切った瞬間に主を殺したでは後味が悪い。
I was born as a human. It will leave a bad aftertaste if I kill my master the moment I betray her.
裏切り者のくせによく本人の前で人並みのこと言えたものね。
You're a traitor. Yet that is bold of you to say such noble things in front of your master.
いいわ。今回は見逃してあげましょう。けれど次に目障りな真似をしたら、誰が止めようと殺します。
Fine, I shall let them go this time. But I will kill them the next time they do such an annoying thing, no matter who tries to stop me.
それでいいかしら、アーチャー。
Is that fine, Archer?
当然だ。この状況でなお戦いを挑むような愚か者ならば、手早く死んだ方がいい。
Of course. If they are foolish enough to challenge us to fight in such a situation, they should die right away. That must have concluded the negotiation. The killing intent that filled the sanctuary fades, and the tension is not let us tension to not let us go disappears.
そういうことよ、お二人さん。今回は見逃してあげるわ。
So, that is it, you two. I shall let you go this time.
さあ、敗者は敗者らしく逃げるように立ち去りなさい。
No, run like the losers you are. I glare at Caster, but Tosaka silently pulls my
行
arm.
きましょう。今はあいつの言う通りよ。
Let's go, Shirou. She's right. She whispers in my ear. I calm my breathing and turn my back to the enemy in front of me. He slowly walks to the stairs without even running. Shirou slowly walks to the stairs. The distance that seemed too great is covered in just a few steps. A footstep. Tosaka puts a foot on the stairs and looks back at Caster once. No, that's not it. The one she looks back at was not Caster, but the man smiling beside our enemy.
恨むのなら筋違いだぞ、リン。
Resenting me would be breaking up the wrong tree, Rin.
マスターとしてこの女の方が優れていただけの話だ。
It's just that this woman is superior as a master.
優劣が明確ならば、私は強い方を取る。
Once the comparison is clear, I chose the stronger one.
そうね。けど後悔するわよ。私は絶対に降りない。
You're right, but you regret it. I will never give up.
いい。キャスターを倒してあんたを取り戻す。その時になって謝っても許さないんだから。
You see, I'll defeat Caster and get you back. I won't forgive you even if you apologize then.
それは無駄骨だな。まあ、自殺するというのなら止めはしないな。
Your efforts will be in vain. Well, I will not stop you if you want to throw away your life. She turns away and starts walking. Looking at her side profile, she's biting her lips vexingly. But she doesn't speed up and leave the underground sanctuary with confident steps and without looking back. We go out of the church. We didn't exchange words at all from the underground sanctuary to here. My wound hurts. The sweat that formed on my forehead drips down into my eyes, and my vision becomes cloudy. Even just walking hurts. My wound too? My shoulder hurts every time I take a step, and my strides are getting shorter before I realize it.
Emiyu-kun?
She looks back at me, as if I'm falling behind. Then, Tosaka suddenly looks at me with a straight face.
少し休みましょう。シロ、歩くのも辛いでしょう。
Let's rest a bit. It should be hard for you to walk. Shirou. Huh? No, I'm fine. I can bear this much. But more importantly, we should get home as soon as we can. Either my place or her place. It doesn't matter which one. But for now, I should get Tosaka back to her home ground as soon as possible. Don't worry about my wounds. It's not like it has poison in it. I ignore Tosaka's and start I ignore Tosaka's stare and start walking. Huh? How pitiful. My knee's about to snap just as I say that.
ほら、もう無茶するんだから。その傷でクズキとやり合うなんて自殺行為よ。いいから休みなさい。あいつら、私たちを追いかけたりはしてこないわ。
See? You push yourself too much. It's suicidal to fight Kurozuki with that wound of yours. Take a rest. They won't come after us. I'd think so. But we should get back as fast as we can. It's not that painful.
あんたね、そんなに血が出てて辛くないなって言わないでよ。なんで家に戻りたがるか知らないけど、今は休む方が先でしょ。
Hey now, don't say that it is not painful when you are bleeding that much. I don't know why you want to go home so much, but you should rest first. She yells at me. Yeah, she's not quite back to her normal self yet. She's lacking her usual calmness. She's an emotional person to start with, so I'm sure her anger will be unstoppable if her brakes give away.
ちょっと聞いてるの？綺麗じゃあるまいし、そんなに血の跡をつけて歩かれても迷惑なのよ。
Are you listening? You're not Kirei, so it's a nuisance to have you leaving a trail of blood.
大体どうしてこんなことになってるわけ？そりゃ教会に行けって言ったのは私だけど、すぐにやばいってわからなかったの？
First of all, how did it even end up like this? I did tell you to go to the church, but couldn't you tell that it was dangerous right away? Hey, don't make fun of me. I could understand that, at least. I could tell that it was a helpless situation since I first saw the church.
ならすぐ帰りなさいバカ。それだけじゃない。傷も治ってないのに乱入してきて、おまけにまた投影。そんなの傷が悪化するのは当然じゃない。だって言うのに辛くはないですって。はあ、もうどうかしてる。なんだってそんな無茶するのよあんたは。
Then go home right away, idiot. Not only that, you burst in with that unhealed wound of yours, and on top of that, projection? Of course your wound would get worse. And you are saying it's not painful? What's wrong with you? Why do you push yourself that much? Tosaka goes off intensely. No, but it really isn't that painful. Besides, it's more painful for you, right? So let's go home. You can complain once we get home. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go home as soon as possible. There's no need to act that strong. Tosaka can complain without constraint once we get back in her room at home. She wipes her face as if she's messed up it and turned away. I can't think of what to say. It was...
信じらんない。男の子に泣かされた。
Can't believe it. A guy made me cry? She murmurs while looking down. Then... it's... Tosaka, your hand. You're holding my hand.
うるさい。責任取れ、バカ。
Shut up. Take responsibility, idiot. My wounds hurt. Don't pull my left hand. This place was a foreigner cemetery from some time ago. Once Tosaka walks down to the grassy area, she finally lets go of my hand. Hey, Tosaka. Now's not the time to be taking a detour.
座って。いいから座って。
Sit down. Just sit down. The intensity doesn't let me object, so I sit down for now.
で、後ろを向いて、絶対に振り返らないこと。私の顔を見たら、本当に怒るから。
Turn your back to me. And don't turn around, no matter what. I'm gonna get pissed off if you look at my face. I hear a sound behind me. I sit down back on the grass. I can't grasp what meaning there is to this. Tosaka is silent now, and she told me not to turn around. There's nothing to do, so I look up to the night sky for now. I gasp at how vast it is. It's because we were underground for a long time, or is it just because the starry sky is clear tonight? Either way, the winter night sky is so beautiful that it makes me forget my pain. I don't mind Tosaka's body heat that I feel through my back either. I gaze blankly at the dark sky, forgetting everything for now. How long have we been sitting like this? The person next to me talks to me in a calm voice.
独り言なんだけど。
I'm just talking to myself. I see. I can't reply if she's just talking to herself. I keep watching the stars in silence.
少し間違えたかもしれない。
I might have made a bit of a mistake.
あーちゃんの言う通り、最初のうちに手段を選ばずキャスターを倒しておけばよかった。
I should have done what Caster said and what Archer said and defeat Caster in the beginning without caring how I did it.
ショットの犠牲を気にして機会を計ってたけど、結局このままだと街中の人が犠牲になるでしょ。
I was trying to find an opening since I was worried about making small sacrifices. But in the end, I might be sacrificing the whole town in the way things are now, right? She keeps talking. This must be her whining. She's not confessing because of what I said earlier. In short, Osaka didn't want to reflect on her actions by herself, but wanted someone else to do it.
別に愚痴を言うわけじゃないけどね。私、いつも一番大事なことばっかりしくじるのよ。2番か3番か、そういうのはさらっとできるくせに、一番大事なものだけは手こずるんだ。
I don't mean to complain. I always screw up when it counts most. I can handle the second or third most important thing with ease, but I have problems with the most important thing. The winter sky is clear. But on the other hand, the temperature is freezing cold. I don't care about myself, but isn't Tosaka cold without a jacket? I'm a little worried about that.
アーチャーがあっち側に行ったのもあいつだけの責任じゃないわ。結局キャスターを野放しにしたのは私だもの。
It's not only Archer's responsibility that he went over to that side either. In the end, I'm the one who let Caster be.
けど、参ったな。ついさっきあんなこと言ったのにいきなり追い詰められちゃった。
Yeah, man. I said that earlier, but I got cornered all of a sudden. He sighs deeply. I can't see it, but her breath must be white.
ちょっと、ここ何にって突っ込むところだと思うんだけど。
Hey, I think you're supposed to ask, why here? Oh, so what were you concerned by, Tosaka?
うん。後悔はしたくないってこと。
Yeah, I'm saying I don't want to regret anything.
あいつは私はそういう性格じゃないって言ってたけど、今が正念場みたい。シローがあんなこと言うから余計失敗したなって落ち込んじゃった。
He said I'm not the type to regret my actions, but it seems like it's a crucial moment right now. Since you said such a thing, I feel depressed that I made a mistake even more. I see. I don't really get what she's talking about, but what Archer said is correct. Tosaka is not the type to regret anything. That's only now. It's irritating, but I agree with Archer's opinion. There's nothing for you to regret.
どうしてよ。現にキャスターはやりたい放題で、アーチャーにまで愛想をつかされた。これ、私が方針を間違えたからでしょ？
Why? Caster's doing what she wants. And even Archer became fed up with me. This is because I didn't go about this the right way, right? You weren't wrong, just unsuccessful. As long as you're not in the wrong, it's okay to be proud, even if things don't go your way. In the process, if you walk down the path that you believe in is right, you cannot be wrong. Most people would realize that the path they choose itself was wrong, but she's different. Any path that she chooses should be something she's proud of. Yeah, to be honest, you've always shined. I won't regret anything either. I believe what I've been doing is correct, but it's full of patches. I won't regret anything. I want to make the tragedies that happened into meaningful things, by believing that the path I took is correct. But you are different, right? Whenever you regret something, I bet you're the type to deliver twice as much payback. I conceal my regrets with patches, but you go and destroy yours to pieces with a straight face. You come out on top. I bet you only get depressed once in a while. But what comes after is scary in your case. I think you would make whoever made you depressed several times more depressed.
何それ？追い打ち？
What is that? Are you trying to finish me off? Yeah, I figured I'd say it while you're down. But well, isn't it true? You don't intend to give up now, right? I also say as if I'm talking to myself by looking up at the sky. Tosaka doesn't answer, but somehow I feel like she smiled as though she's pulled herself together. And silence follows. Tosaka must have said everything she wanted to say, and she goes silent again. I aimlessly look up into the night sky. should be going home, but neither of us can stand up. We'll just keep our backs together.
そういえば、どうして私を助けたの、シロ？
Oh yeah. Why did you come help me, Shirou? I can't explain. There are many reasons. I feel like it's silly to explain each one. That's how I feel, so I decided to tell her what I need to tell her the most. This pendant is familiar to you, right? I show her the pendant. That's what I thought. I bet she tried to hide it, but she made a mistake again.
それ、どうして？
Hey, why do you have that? I found it in your room. Oh, you might be surprised when you get home. I knocked down your dressing table. I returned the pendant to Tosaka from behind her.
で、それがどうしたっていうのよ、あなたは。
So what about it? Well, I have the same pendant at home. I picked it up when I almost got killed by Lancer at school. I unconsciously think about that night. Inconspicuously. When?
そっちにも同じものがある？
You have the same thing? Tosaka gasped, as if she saw something she shouldn't have seen. Oh. Oh yeah, if I think back. Archer gave her the pendant in the prologue. But Shirou has one. Huh? Did I say something strange?
別に。それより、どうしてそれが私を助けた理由になるのよ。別にいいじゃない、そんなペンダントなんて。
Oh no, not really. More importantly, why would that be the reason for you to help me? Who cares about the pendant? You're right, yeah, that was just an afterthought. To confess, I've admired Rin Tosaka for a long time. And this is a problem, but I got to like you even more after talking to you. So I didn't want you to die, and I just jumped down without thinking before I realized it.
あんたね、そういう歯に衣着せぬ発言はやめなさい。考えなしに思ったことを口にしてると、どこかしらで誤解を招くんだから。
Hey, you don't say that so directly. You give me the wrong idea if you talk without thinking. Why would I? I really like you. I become obstinate and immediately reply. It's not a lie. There is no misunderstanding to be had.
バカ、そんなだから自殺同然で飛び込んでくるのよ。大バカ。
Gentlemen, we gotta. Idiot. That's why you jumped down in suicidally. You big idiot. Osaka repeatedly calls me an idiot. She criticizes me mercilessly, but it doesn't make me feel bad at all. The night sky is beautiful and I feel calm. Most of all, I'm really happy that Tosaka is back to her usual self.
よし、シロの言う通り、そろそろ家に帰りましょうか。
Now I remember. No, Shirou didn't have one of her pendants, right? I thought he picked it up, but I don't remember what happened after that. So, no. I was just blabbling. Alright, let's go home like you said.
ほら、手を出して。その傷だと立つのも辛いでしょ。
Yeah, give me your hand. It should be hard for you to even stand with that wound of yours. I grab her hand with my right hand. Osaka lets out an energetic sound and pulls me up.
これで貸し借りはなしね。今日のことはお互いノーカウントってことにしましょう。
So we don't owe each other anything anymore now. Let's not count today's incident. Yeah, that helps. I don't know what the pendant meant to Tosaka. I bet it would feel more independent, indebted to Tosaka if I found out. Tosaka didn't want that and said that the incident offset each other. That's why Tosaka shouldn't be indebted about being helped earlier either. I don't remember right now. Did I say what was from before was right, or was I wrong? I don't know. I'm just thinking about it right now, but I can't make sure. I just have to look it up after this. And we leave the foreigner cemetery. On our way back quietly.
助けてくれてありがとう、シロ。すっごく助かったわ。
Thanks for saving me, Shirou. It really did help me out. Tosaka adds with embarrassment. We go down the hill. We are about to go back to our home ground, where we can be at ease. Tosaka heads off from my place, instead of hers, as if it's natural. We're back at my place. I never thought I would make it back alive, so the tension in my shoulder relaxes as soon as I get into the living room. Oh, I feel a bit dizzy and lean against the wall.
ほら見なさい。やっぱりまともに立ってられないじゃない、バカ。
See? You can't even stay standing, idiot. Tosaka's right, but I think that the last part was unnecessary. How many times did she call me an idiot today? I bet she set a new record today.
ほら、こっちに来なさい。とりあえず包帯ぐらい変えないとまずいでしょ。
Come here. It will be bad if you don't at least replace those bandages. I nod at her stare, but won't let me say otherwise and go back to Tosaka. Go to Tosaka.
この救急箱を使っていいんでしょ。さすが家に道場があるだけのことはあるわね。
I can use this first aid kit, right? Oh, as expected for a house with a dojo.
ハサミばかりか、針と糸が入ってる救急箱ってのも珍しいわ。ってほら早く服を脱いで傷を見せなさいってば。
It might be because there's this many scissors in here, but it's rare to see a first aid kit with needles and threads. Hey, hurry up. Take off your clothes and show me your wound. I have to take my clothes off? Oh, no, I can do it myself. I did this morning too. There was no problem.
あのね、何遠慮してるか知らないけど、そもそもその傷の手当てをしたのは誰だと思ってるの？
Hey, I don't know why you're being so hesitant. But who do you think treated your wounds in the first place? At that time, I was unconscious, so I was only causing an inconvenience to Tosaka.
あの時もこの時もないの。いいから早くしなさい。シローの傷は特別なんだから、ちゃんと見ないと治るものも治らなくなるじゃない。
Stop whining and hurry up. Your wound is special, so we have to treat it, or else it won't heal. How unfair. I can't complain if she tells me with a face like that. Yeah, then I leave it to you. To be honest, it's been burning. I give up and sit down. Seeing that my clothes are stained with blood, Tosaka gives up taking it off and starts cutting it right away. She then quickly but carefully takes off the bandages. It must have been bad, as Tosaka slightly gasps. but I'm troubled as well. It's so embarrassing having her stare at my body so closely.
本当に無茶するんだから。せっかく治りかけてたのがまた開いてるわよ。
You really push yourself. It was healing, but it opened up again.
まったく。こんなの見せられたら怒るに怒れないじゃない。
Jeez, I can't get mad at you if you see a wound like this. He talks abusively, yet gently touches my wound. Damn, I'm getting dizzy for a different reason. I was calm even when we were close earlier, but now my heart is unstable and I don't know where to look. Oh man. I mutter inside and hit my body and hit my bald head, but it does no good. The temperature inside my head will keep on going up if we stay like this. Osaka, that's enough, right? You can just use this stypic antibiotic ointment and rewrap the bandages.
そういうのは手当てって言わない。宣言撤回、やっぱり頭にきた。そんな気休めで外に出たわけね、あんたは。
You don't call that treatment. I take it back. I'm pissed. You went out with a hack job like this? A slapping sound. What was that for? Doctor slapped me on my wound without mercy. You don't have to do some... Do you have some grudge against me?
恨みなら骨髄まで染み渡ってるっていうの。それでも手加減してあげたんだから感謝しなさい。
You have no idea. You should thank me for going easy on you. Saying that, she takes out something that looks like a homemade ointment.
今の痛かったでしょ。とりあえず壊死してる神経を治したからしばらくは痛むわよ。これには痛み止めも含まれてるけど、もともと破損した肉の代わりだから。
It hurt, right? I healed the dead nerves, so it hurt for a while. There's painkiller in this ointment, but it's originally to replace your damaged flesh.
馴染むまでは痛むけど、痛みがあるうちは無茶しちゃダメだからね。
It'll hurt until it blends in, so don't do anything reckless until the pain goes away. She applies the jelly-like substance on my wound. It looks really suspicious, but Tosaka is treating me seriously.
はい、これで終わり。あとは包帯を巻いてぐっすり寝れば、明日には幾分楽になってるはずよ。
Yeah, all done. You should feel somewhat better once you wrap bandages around it and get a good night's rest. He skillfully wraps the bandages around the wound. I'm not praising her, but her wrappings is much better than mine. Yeah, thanks Tosaka, I feel better. I thank her, trying not to make eye contact.
まあ、それならいいけど、楽になったって言うんなら見た甲斐があったわ。
Well, that's good. I'm glad I treated you if you feel better. Yeah, it's even more helpful, since I didn't think it would heal. Anyways, thanks for treating me the wound.
そんなの当たり前でしょ。私が見る以上はきっかり治してみせるんだから。
Of course I'm going to heal it as long as I'm treating it. Finishing the treatment, Tosaka stands up. Then? I don't know why, but she heads straight to the kitchen. Tosaka? Am I seeing things? She's checking inside the refrigerator and the rice cooker. Hey, what are you doing?
夕ご飯の支度。シロ食べてないでしょ。私も食べてないのよ。だからとりあえず夕食。
I'm preparing dinner. You haven't eaten yet, right, Shirou? I haven't eaten either. So we're going to have dinner. Yeah, I can tell, but why are you having dinner in this situation?
なんでって当然じゃない。人間空腹でまともな案が浮かぶわけないでしょ。
It's only natural. If you can't come up with good, decent ideas on an empty stomach, right? And Tosaka declares while glaring at the inside of a refrigerator. The sound of clashing tableware echoes. It's past 10 p.m. I don't know how it ended up like this, but I'm eating a late dinner with Tosaka in the living room. By the way, the dinner was made by both of us. Princess Tosaka wanted to eat Japanese cuisine, but she didn't even know how to make a miso soup. It really makes me worried what our school is teaching the girls in cooking classes. Tosaka focuses on her meal. She must be hungry, as her bowl is almost empty. But I don't have much of an appetite right now. It's partially because this isn't the time to be eating, but more so because I haven't said it yet.
シローはここで降りなさい。
Withdraw now. I haven't expressed my thoughts to Tosaka, who told me that she's left. Tosaka, I have something I want to talk about. Put my chopsticks down and look at Tosaka.
何？
What? I've been thinking since then about why I joined this battle and what I wanted to do.
それで？
Yeah, and? She urges me as she sips her own miso soup. I put my spirit down, but I put strength into my abdomen, refusing to lose. At first, it was because I was dragged into it, and as long as I became a master, I wanted to do something about this war. But it has nothing to do with becoming a master or being dragged into it. I like being a hero of justice. That's why I need to protect everyone. I don't care about this master thing. It makes no difference in the fact that I'm going to fight even if I'm not a master anymore or lost Saber. I said ready to for Tosaka's rebuttal. But Tosaka...
そう。
Oh, I see. Gives an absent-minded answer and finishes the food in her bowl. Hey, Tosaka, I'm talking about serious stuff, so...
聞いてるわよ。シローは一人でも戦うのよね。死ぬような目に遭うより、死ぬような目に遭ってしまう人がいるっていう事実が耐えられない。
I'm listening. You're going to fight by yourself, right? You can't stand the fact that people are dying rather than the fact that you might die.
だから、どんなに自分が弱くても戦うことに決めたんでしょ？
That's why you decided to fight, no matter how weak you are. She looks straight at me. It's as if she sees through a part of me that even I don't know about. Integrity, and approves of me fighting. With integrity, no. Oh yeah, that's true.
何よその顔。リスが砂糖菓子舐めたような顔して。
What's with that face? You look like a squirrel that has licked sugar. I thought you were going to object.
してるわよ、もちろん。けど、あれだけ見事に助けられたんだから、シローに文句なんて言えないでしょ。
Of course I do. But I can't complain to you when you have saved me like that.
それにさ、どんなに止めたって、あんたはそういうやつなんだって分かっちゃったし。
Besides, I know that you are like that no matter how much I try to stop you. Tosaka averts her gaze a bit. I don't know why, but anyway. So Tosaka, we're still cooperating, right?
まあね、仕方ないから付き合ってあげる。だいたいあんたみたいなのを一人にしてたら不安で眠れないし、それに。
Yeah, it can't be helped, so I go along with it. First of all, I will be worried that I won't be able to sleep soundly if I let you be on your own, and... She takes a deep breath, after getting ready for some reason.
シロー風に言えば、私もシローのこと嫌いじゃないし。
To say it like you, but What? Say it like you would. I don't hate you.
私はそういうわけだし、そっちだって一緒にいても問題ないでしょ、実際。
That's how it is for me. So you also don't have a problem being together, right? Nosuka hands me her bowl. How long did it take for me to realize that she's asking for seconds? Oh, yeah, of course. I don't care how much of a tyrant you are. It's what I want. I take a bowl, open the rice cooker, swing the rice paddle, and hand it back to her, with an extra portion.
いいけど、お腹減ってるし、ご飯美味しいし。
Fine. I'm hungry, and the food is good. Tosoka starts eating the mountain of rice. I let out a smile. I bet I'm eating with a really happy expression. But I can't put my smile away, even if I'm aware. I'm so happy right now. So let me smile like a fool for a while. Well, now we're drinking tea together after dinner.
つまり投影には投影なりの限度ってものがあるわけ。
So, projection has its limitations.
一見イメージを形にするっていう何でもありに見えるけど、投影にはいろいろと独自のルールがある。
It looks like a power, like its powers are unlimited since it makes things you imagine real. But it has its own set of rules.
その制約の中で一番わかりやすいのは投影物の損傷、存在における強度ってやつよ。
The easiest thing to understand is those rules, is the durability of those things projected. It's the strength of its existence. Nosaka puts up a finger while she drinks her tea. Strength of its existence? What? You mean its flimsiness in being unable to bear an existence of illusion? I sip on my green tea and tilt my head in response.
何も知らないようでいてつまんない言葉知ってるのね、あなた。けどまあ、当たらずとも遠からずかな。
For someone who doesn't seem to know anything, you sure do know some boring terms. But well, you're not right, but you're not wrong.
投影は自己のイメージからそれに沿った本物を完璧に複製する。これに例外はないわ。
Projection is where you completely reproduce the real thing from your own imagination. There's no exception to this.
自分の中で完璧でなければ投影はできない。新作の影である以上、一部の隙も許されないのが投影魔術よ。
You can't project if it's not perfect inside of you. As if it's a shadow of a true object. Projection method doesn't even allow a minute to waste.
だから基本的に投影によって生み出されたものは自己のイメージ通りの強度を持つわ。幻想という点においてはこの時点で完璧なのよ。
So basically, things created by projection has the same strength as you imagine it. In the regard of an illusion, it's perfect.
加えて投影する術者のイメージ、知識が本物に近ければ近いほど現実においても完璧になるわけ。
Additionally, the closer the image's image of a knowledge is to be real, the real thing, it becomes perfect in reality as well. Hold on, that's weird. I projected Archer swords, but Kurozuki destroyed them. No caster strengthened Kurozuki's fists, but they aren't strong enough to destroy a noble phantasm. Doesn't that mean that Archer's Kansho and Bakuya that I projected is inferior to by several ranks to the original ones?
はい、いいところに気がつきました、エミヤ君。
Yes, you realize a good point, Emiya.
それが投影の限界、存在における強度ってやつよ。
That's the limitation of projection, the strength of its existence.
いい？投影はあくまで投影、想像じゃない。投影を作り上げるのは術者のイメージだけだから、 イメージそのものにほころびが生じたとき、本物と同じ性能であろうと無産するの。
You see? Projection is just projection. It's not creation. What creates a projection is the image's image. When there's a flaw in the image itself, it vanishes even if it has the same ability as the real thing. A flaw in the image? Isn't that weird too? If the image is wrong, then you can't project it in the first place.
ええ。だからほころびが生じるのは投影した後になるわ。
Right. That's why the flaw is created after it's projected.
そうね。例えばシローが絶対に折れない名剣を投影したとするでしょ。
Let's see. For example, let's say you projected the famous sword that would never break. And not. Those are not in satisfaction.
けど、絶対に折れない剣なんてものはない。
But there's no such thing as a sword that never breaks.
その剣の表現方法、伝承、売り文句などに絶対に折れないというパーソナリティがあるだけで、実際はそれを上回る幻想にぶつかれば刃こぼれぐらいするし、折れることだってある。
Just by having a personality trait of never breaking in its expression method, tradition and sales pitch, it can chip or break if it comes across an illusion greater than itself. Doesn't that mean that my image was wrong if it breaks? Since I made a sword that won't break, right?
ならない。
It doesn't.
投影が成功した時点で形の上での間違いはないんだし、そもそも折れない剣なんて名前みたいなものでしょ。実際に折れない剣なんてないんだから。
To the point that it succeeded, there's no mistake shape-wise. First of all, a sword that won't break is like a name, right? There's no such thing as a sword that won't break.
けどシロ、あなたがイメージしたものは絶対に折れない剣よね。これが現実で折れちゃった場合、投影されたものは嘘になるのよ。
But Shirou, what you imagined was a sword that never breaks, right? If this sword breaks in real life, then what you projected becomes a lie.
それは剣が折れたからじゃないわ。
That is not because the sword broke.
あなたがイメージしたものは折れない剣。
What you imagined is a sword that won't break.
それが折れてしまった時点で、シロの中の折れない剣と今折れてしまった剣は別物になる。
To the point that it broke, a sword that won't broke and a sword that just broke right now are two different things.
あなたと現実、その計りが崩れてしまうから。
It's because the scales between you and reality tips. So to sum it up, alright. So I imagine a sword that won't break and project it, but the sword that I projected broke during battle. At that point, since I denied the sword myself saying, hey, the sword breaks in real life, the projected thing disappeared as a result. Because of the image discrepancy. Because of the image's discrepancy.
冴えてるじゃない。ええ、つまりはそういうこと。
You're pretty bright. Yes, you're right.
あなたはアーチャーの剣を投影した。
You projected Archer's swords.
あなたの中であれがどんな位置づけだったかは知らないけど、シロ自身はクズキの攻撃で壊れるような剣をイメージてはいなかった。
I don't know how you ranked Archer's swords, but you yourself didn't imagine a sword that would get destroyed by Kurozuki's attack.
けど、実際に剣は破壊されてしまった。
But the sword got destroyed in reality.
その時点で、あなたはその剣をこんなのはアーチャーの剣じゃないと思ってしまったのよ。
At that point you thought these aren't Archer's swords.
で、作り上げられた投影は術者の否定によって存在強度を失い、元の空想に戻ったってわけ。
So the projection was denied by its creator, so it lost the strength of its existence and became a fantasy again. I see. Even projectile weapons can break. But it's not the enemy that makes the projected weapon disappear, but you yourself. When the difference between your image and reality becomes too big to amend, the projected weapon disappears. Most of all, it's because of the one who created it stopped believing in that delusion.
わかった？だから投影魔術はまず設計図から入るの。あとは材質と性質、歴史なんかも考慮すべきね。そのあたりから固めていけば、多少現実でイメージと違ってもすぐに消えるなんてことはないでしょ？
Got it? That's why projection magecraft starts from the blueprint. You should also consider the material properties and history. If you have vows down, then it shouldn't disappear right away, even if reality is slightly different from your image. Then wouldn't you start from considering why you decided to make that in the first place? Materials and techniques aren't enough. Today's dinner also started from you saying that you wanted to eat Japanese cuisine. Then you have to start from the beginning of her creation. Oh, Tosaka is stunned. Tosaka stares at me. I sip my tea and tip my head in wonder. Hey, why did you just start talking about this again?
そういえばそうよね。私たち確か今後の作戦を話し合ってたような。
Come to think of it, I thought we were discussing our strategy moving forward. Yeah, that's right. We were talking about what we should do moving forward, Tosaka.
シロ、本格的に投影魔術をやってみない？
Shirou, do you want to try projection magecraft fully fledged? Is that an irresponsible thing like that?
思い出した。不確定な要素に希望を持っちゃうぐらい行き詰まってたんだっけ？
I remember now. We were so stuck that we started placing hope on uncertain factors. Yeah, you're right. First off, all I can manage to do to project is swords. And that's never helped me before. So that probably won't be of much help. Oh, she's looking at me with weird eyes again. I wonder why she makes that expression when we talk about projection magecraft.
まあいいわ。もう一度状況を確認しましょう。
Oh well, let's confirm our situation again.
目下のところ、敵はキャスター。あいつだけなら大したことはないけど、白兵戦に長けたマスターと、あっち側についたアーチャーに守られている限り手は出せないわ。
For now, the enemy is Caster. It's not a big deal if it's just her. But we can't do anything as long as she is protected by Kurozuki, who was skilled in close combat, and Archer who went to the other side.
加えて、セイバーが操られるのも時間の問題。状況は刻一刻と悪くなっていくわけだけど。
On top of that, it's only a matter of time until Saber will get manipulated. The situation is getting worse by the second. Yeah, but Archer aside, Saber isn't fully under Caster's control yet. That gives us a chance of victory. There's no chance to win once Saber completely submits to Caster. Besides, I won't let that happen. She told me to run. For the sake of Saber, who said it while crying, I can't let Caster have her way.
そういうことね。
That's right.
それじゃあ意見のある人は挙手。シロ、なんかいいアイデアある？
Raise your hand if you have an idea. Shirou, do you have any good ideas? Then that would be our solution to the current situation. If there's a way to oppose Caster, there's no such thing. The only thing is to break through from the front. We can't break through from the front. Is there any secret passage into the church? It's impossible with just the two of us. We'll cooperate with other masters. What other masters are left there? So, Ilya, Berserker's master. Ryder's gone. I don't know about the other archer. And, well, from their point of view, it's only Lancer that's left. Hmm. I mean, for me, the most sensible thing would be to talk to other masters. Uh, oh, I'll just save. Anyhow, I'll pick cooperate with other masters. They aren't opponents that we can take on by ourselves. There are 3 enemies. We needed at least one more person to cooperate with us. In that case, our choices are limited. People who are also mages have a reason to fight Caster. That is no other than another master. None other than another master. Tosaka, don't get mad at me here. Hear me out. Do you think we can cooperate with other masters?
いいわ。その心は口にするからには何か算段があるんでしょ
Alright. What's your intention? You have some plan for you to say that, right? Well, not really, but the other masters can't ignore Caster's current situation, right? And I thought that maybe we could join hands just this time.
ええ。実は私も同じことを考えてた。てっきりシロを反対すると思ってたから黙ってたんだけどね。
Yes, I was actually thinking the same thing, although I kept quiet since I thought you would object. She says with a reluctant expression. She must not like the idea deep down, but she must know that is the only option we have.
となると、残るマスターは2人。ランサーのマスターとバーサーカーのマスターね。
In that case, there are 2 masters left. Lancer's master and Berserker's master.
ランサーのマスターは不明のままだから交渉のしようもないけど、バーサーカーのマスターであるイリアスフィールなら可能性はあるかもしれない。
Lancer's master is still unknown, so there's no way to negotiate. But we might have a chance with Berserker's master, Eliasvir. Berserker's master. The girl in white and the rock-like giant I met on the first day. Her actions were dangerous, but I don't think she's cruel. Yeah, that girl might be at least listen to us. She doesn't seem to like she would propose any absurd conditions in return either.
バカ、シローにとっちゃあいつが一番やばいのよ。
Idiot, she's the most dangerous for you.
あいつ、初めっからシローしか見てなかったもの。私はともかく、あんたはどんな目に遭わされるか分かったもんじゃないわよ。
She was only looking at you from the start. Putting myself aside, I don't know what she would do to you. What do you mean? I've only met the girl once, so it's not possible. Don't scare me like that, Tosaka.
そんなことになったら交渉なんて破棄に決まってるじゃない。バカ。
Of course we'll break off a negotiation if that happens, idiot. And she looks away and chucks her tea.
けど、今はイリアスフィールにかけるしかないわね。キャスターの正体がアーチャーの言う通りなら、間違いなくバーサーカーは天敵だし。
But we can only bet on Eliasvir for now. If Cass's identity is like Archer said, Berserker would be a natural enemy without a doubt.
何しろ生前の知り合いだもの。キャスターの手口なんて知り尽くしてるでしょ。バーサーカーなら、キャスターとアーチャーが同時に攻めてきても追い返せる。私たちはその間にクズキ一人を攻略すればいい。
They knew each other when we were alive, so we should know Cass's tricks. Berserker can handle both Caster and Archer. Even if they attack at the same time, we just have to capture Kurozuki during that time. That's idealistic, but Tosaka, do Caster and Berserker really know each other?
ええ。アーチャーが言ってたのよ。 バーサーカーの正体はヘラクレスだって。
Yes. Archer told me that Berserker's identity is Heracles.
キャスターが本当にあの希代の魔女なら、アルゴー戦つながりでバーサーカーとは面識があるかもしれない。
If Cass is actually that extraordinary witch, then we might even know each other from the Argo expedition.
私が綺麗に苦手意識を持つのと同じ。世の中にはね、どうしたって苦手なやつっているもんなのよ。
Just like how I don't get along with Kirei. There are always people who you won't get along with in this world. Huh? But Tosaka, I'm sure anyone would dislike that priest. Then it's decided. But how should we find her? She hasn't come out since. But with that much magical energy, we should be able to find her no matter where she hides, right? But we can't find her. So does it mean she's not in this world?
でしょうね。
Sorry.
イリアスフィールはずっと遠くから聖杯戦争を眺めて楽しんでるんでしょ。
Probably not. Iliasville must be having fun watching the Holy Grail from afar. Grail War. From afar? Is she keeping watch over the town like Caster is from Rio the Temple?
さあ、けどどこにいるかは見当がつく。
I don't know, but I might have an idea where she might be hiding.
昔父さんから聞いたことがあるのよ。アインツベルンは郊外の森に別荘を持ってるって。
I heard from my dad that the Einsborn family has a villa in the forest on the outskirts of town. She says with a tense voice, a villa that stands in the forest on the outskirts. I can tell how dangerous the place is just from the way Tosaka is acting. I go back to my room and lie down. Sleepiness spreads to my whole body as soon as I do. I stare at the dark ceiling. We are going to Iliasville. That girl in the in White's hideout tomorrow. In that girl's in White's hideout tomorrow. Sorry, I couldn't understand that properly. No matter what kind of negotiation takes place, it's obvious that it will become a trial of strength. Tosaka suggests that we take a nap before we head over, since we won't be able to achieve good results if we do with tired bodies. 5 more hours till dawn. We have to go talk to that girl after that. The young master that appeared in front of us on the night I became a master. If Saber is an excellent servant in all aspects, and Berserker is specialized when it comes to battle. There's no servant that can match Berserker simply in terms of battle. How are we supposed to talk with such a monster? Saying it makes me believe that it's impossible to negotiate with him. However, strangely, I don't feel any uneasiness. I feel like that Ilya kid will understand if we talk to her. Just like Tosaka, I'm sure she can differentiate her enemies and allies as a mage, but I feel like she's a decent kid in a different regard. Jeez, what wishful thinking when I haven't even talked with her yet. I bet she would flame me, saying that it's a convenient fantasy. But what's wrong with believing that? It's weird to have hope for someone who you don't know and are about to meet. I realize that I'm gritting my teeth. The man that told me to drown my ideals betrayed Tosaka in front of my eyes. A guy with that much trust and power changed his belief that easily. Archer. I feel my heart start to sink. No. Is it freezing? My mind freezes just thinking back at his actions. I'm angry. I can't forgive him for betraying Tosaka out of all people. I can't forgive him for abandoning his ally out of all people. I will never be like that. Even if it had been the very best action to survive, and it ends up being like the correct path, I will never do something like that. His actions have been getting on my nerves. He told me not to talk about ideals. He rebelled against him. I rebelled against him when he said that I can't save everything. Even then, I agreed somewhere in my heart. His words are correct. The hero of justice that my old man talked about was just a pipe dream. And I accepted the fact that I have to become like him if I wanted to get as close to the idea as possible. I've been denying it, even though I had accepted it in my mind. But this time isn't that kind of level. I can't accept him. I can't accept the action that he took, no matter how the circumstances. I won't be able to keep standing if I approve of it. That's why I can't lose to you. My words don't disappear into the night and remain in the room. A few more hours until dawn. I keep repeating those words in my mod-like slumber. Ooh. That was something. And a lot. Another eventful day goes to an end. And we'll be seeing each other on the next day. We'll just take a look at the title. It's probably Moonlight 3 or something like that. Oh, versus Berserker. Oh. Oh. Did not expect that. Well, I should have. But. Oh, another interlude. Before we start out. No, I can't pause. Oh, so I paused. Before we start out in the that interlude, I will stop right here. And I will see you in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.